Tonight on 8.5 Butts.
8.5 butts.
Oh my.
Keep this intro, Paul. Keep it.
Tonight on 8.5 Bits, we run across rooftops, go into the future, and well, actually, this one is also going into the future, but that's just 2018. That's a great
Future
intro.
bits.
Welcome, friends of all designs, to episode 233 of 8.5 Bitch, which I'm sure is going to be the most skin tag filled episode of them all. I'm your host, Paul, and joining me today are my good friends, James.
Hello.
And Amy.
Yo.
And friends, I have a question for you.
Again?
Do you have any skin tags?
I have none.
I don't know what a skin tag is.
It's a little flappy thing of skin.
I don't
It's
think
like a
so.
little tag.
I don't like
Like you might think it's a mole or something, but it's not really. It's
do I
just a bit of
have any
skin.
part of me that's flappy, is what you're saying. Not really. Nothing. I've got like a butt dimple. Like
I've got
above my butt crack, there's a dimple there from some surgery when I was a kid, like a little young baby.
the tail removal.
Yeah, the tail removal.
Yeah, that does explain a lot. Let's not stick on skin tags. That was a stupid random throwaway. It is the new year. It is the year 2018, the year of our Lord. Did you make any New Year's resolutions?
Just to cycle more. That's really it.
And Amy?
And complain less about work. That was the other thing to do.
No.
And both of you escaped a kick in the groin by not making a resolution joke like 2K or 4K or 1080p.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but that's just stupid.
Oh, now I wish I had.
I do enjoy kicking you in the
kick
crotch.
me right in the skin tag.
That's generous. Okay, yes, New Year. It's a new year. I don't really care that much, except we use it as an excuse to look at the future of the year.
You got to arbitrarily draw a line somewhere.
We got to arbitrarily draw some lines.
Yeah.
It's time to totally rejuvenate your life and change everything about it that was bad. Everything's new now.
And
Really?
New year, new me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works.
I don't feel new. I just feel old still.
Nah, you just... this year, all I've decided is if you want to suckle more, is get into a routine. That's it. I got no grand plans I'll tell you another one I got. Better microphone use.
That would be
That's
good.
Top of my list.
I'm looking forward
right
to it.
up there, buddy.
Yeah. I was excited when you said you wanted to cycle more because I thought you said you wanted to suckle more.
Yeah, I had that as well.
And
I wasn't...
That would have been a New Year's resolution that everybody could enjoy.
You know, I hadn't considered that as an option. No.
So, I do notice that I've got back in the habit of saying like too much on the show. There was an episode like 2 or 3 episodes ago where pretty much was every third word. So I've decided that if I say like too much in an episode this year, I will kill myself.
Oh. I just want to punch you.
Okay, no.
Why can't I do that?
I will try to enunciate my thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, enunciate's not correct there. But anyway, I didn't say the word like. And that.
You just said like.
But it was in context.
No, but you used it.
Can no filler, no likey filler.
Sure.
Likey filler, is that a new game?
Oh,
it could be.
I actually think Likey Filler is a new Pokemon, and it just fills your feed with likes and means you can't see any relevant information on your social networks.
It likes all these things that you just don't really care about, so they get promoted. And
it's amazing.
Terrible,
it's amazing watching
Pokemon.
my wife scroll through Instagram and how much things there are in the world that I don't care about.
We are very good at forming our own little bubbles these days.
It's true.
Yeah.
My bubble's great. It's just me.
I get a lot
Look back at my old post because that was funny.
I get a lot of mobile RPGs that show up in my feed
because you've spoken about at least 2 mobile auto clicker RPGs in the last month, which means that's all your life is now.
No, that's it. Like it's figured out. If it shows me auto clickers, I'll probably look at it. So it shows me more and more.
Really, what I need to do is I need to start like a Google AdWords campaign that just looks up things that I know you're briefly into, so I can specifically target you with my ads.
I think he's chewing on rubber.
My dog is chewing on rubber.
Yes.
A lot of his toys are rubber.
Like, as in a tiny piece of rubber.
A tiny piece of rubber.
It sounds like
One of the
bits of
dogs.
pig everywhere.
Yeah, he's been tearing up his pig. Well,
Just everywhere.
he'll poop it out. And he'll learn. It's at least safe rubber, I believe.
Hopefully.
It's in a dog toy.
Well, yeah, it's a dog toy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm over my dogs anyway.
Aww.
I've become more of a cat person.
Oh, nice.
Now that's a lie. You can all tie that.
I like cats.
So last night, Ripley came up to me,
Ripley.
and she was being all affectionate, like kind of rubbing against
Oh,
me.
what was wrong?
I'm like, oh, okay, well, she just wants some attention. So I pick her up, and she's getting all purry. 'Cause she likes to go on my shoulder, so I put her on my shoulder and kind of carry her around, take her to the door so she can look out and just sort of, do that. Like, okay, a couple of minutes going around. Like, all right, cat, put you down. I'm going to get back to doing what I was doing. And then about 5 seconds later, she launched at my legs and wrapped onto them.
Aww.
And now I have bleed marks.
Aww, she loves you.
Yeah, well, she didn't...
She's a fucking psychopath.
yeah, well, she didn't, dig in. So it's like, that's where, it's not malicious. It's just, she has temper tantrums because I wasn't doing exactly what she wanted. But your original statement's correct. Yes, she is a psychopath.
Yeah.
My cat is very unstable.
I always like your justifications for your cat, and everyone else in the room is going like,
She's a very strange cat.
But
Look,
she sounds adorable.
this cat I am stuck with for the next 15 years, 12 to 15 years. I have to love the cat,
I
otherwise
just get real hungry one night.
it's just going to be kind of a shitty time. So I'd be understanding. And,
You need some popcorn, cat.
yeah. I think if I had a shitty kid, I'd still love the kid.
Would you?
Yeah,
Would
at
you?
some level you still love the kid.
It's a
You know,
kid
that's-
though.
People say that, but I've met a lot of kids.
No, it's really only the occasional explosion of violence with Ripley, once every 2 or 3 months, and then,
She seems like a good cat.
no,
No.
No.
Oh.
no.
I want to pet her, but I'm scared my arm
Oh
might get
no,
eaten
she
off.
won't. She won't do that. She might hiss. That's sort of a thing that she does.
Okay, should we tangent it towards
Oh yeah, we
video
probably
games
should,
in
But
some
I like
way?
cats.
we probably should get off the cat. Yeah.
But I've got a cat bus shirt on. More cats.
So stuff coming, video games coming out.
Video games. So
This year.
we will be doing sort of a countdown, not really. Just a way to
Yeah. A list of things which are notable.
yes, notable things that we want this year coming out, and then just a bunch of other stuff happening as well. And we're just doing a normal show with what we've played and blah de blah. And that's something that's not coming out this year. I'll write that down to remind myself that it's not coming out.
Isn't it? Oh.
I mean, they might say it is, but it won't. I think it's delayed anyway.
Well,
we'll get
we'll
to
get
that.
to
Okay. Now, before we go into what we may be playing, let's talk about what we have been playing. And James and I have a little bit of an older game we've briefly got into now, and I've got a slight obsession with it.
You do.
Dying Light. I'd played Dying Light previously, but for honestly maybe half an hour, an hour. I'm like, oh yeah, this game looks really well made. I'll play one of the other literally 2,000 games I have on Steam. James was looking for a co-op game to play, and we checked, and Dying Light can be played co-op the whole way. So I jumped in, and a friend of ours, Nick, jumped in, and we've put in not a huge amount of hours, but a decent number of hours into it so far.
I probably put in 12.
No way.
I played a chunk by myself as well.
But I'm ahead of you still. And I haven't
No,
put
I
in
have to
that
check.
kind of
It
hours.
feels like a chunk of time.
I feel like it's not enough time.
No. This is a game that I feel like I could play a shitload of. It's got all the brain hooks
See,
that are in there.
See, I was thinking we really played like 5, but maybe
If only
it's-
there was some way we could check.
yeah, you can't trust Steam's data. Especially since the other day you I can't join your game pool. It's like, oh yeah, I left the
that's right,
last
it's
game
still
but left Dying
running,
Light
yeah.
running to go do chores. So
The first time I played Dying Light, I hated it.
yeah,
But I played it on PS4. So I think there was like a free weekend or something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll check out Dying Light. I've heard good things about it. I would not recommend playing this game with a controller. No more than I would recommend playing Mirror's Edge with a controller.
or Portal with a controller.
Or Portal with a controller. I know a bunch of people do, and they seem to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's kind of why I said it. It's like if you're fine with playing those games with a controller, you're fine.
Then yeah. No,
Actually,
it's-
Mirror's Edge is kind of fine with a controller because it's got more auto grabbing than this game does. In this game, you need to Dying Light is basically the follow up to Dead Island, same team, but
Which we played as well, and it was interesting, but ultimately flawed.
I just got bored of it.
Yeah.
Dying Light, basically, I believe it's South America.
It is vague
I
with
paid
the country.
so little attention to the actual plot of this game. I don't know if it's or not.
The country that you're in it's like the people that live in the country. It's a very multicultural country.
Yes.
So it's so hard to pick like where it is. Like there'll be, I think it's South America.
The only thing we know is that
Eastern Europe?
a number of characters like eating beans out of jaggedly opened cans. That's the only thing we know.
Maybe it's Australia. We're apparently multicultural.
It could be, although we don't have that kind of slums. So take Dead Island and then add a lot of parkour. The game is primarily about parkour. It actually has some great parkour jokes I've enjoyed so far. It's about running around the slums and the city of this fictional town, place.
Harem, I think it's called.
Yeah. Avoiding and fighting zombies and people and climbing up buildings and racing and doing all sorts of survival stuff. And it plays wonderfully, partly because it's sort of like you were climbing around kind of Assassin's Creed-y to extent because it was first person, except it doesn't have any of the auto stuff that Assassin's Creed has. It's like, no, if you want to jump up onto a ledge, you look at that ledge, and if you're not looking at it, you don't get to grab it. It's like, just because you jump at it, don't mean you get it.
Because you might reach out to grab for something, but you still won't necessarily get there.
No. It's really, really skill-based with the movement system, and the more I play, the more I'm getting better at it because I'm doing that, and I could I just love the level because it does zombies right. Because a zombie isn't a threat. No one cares about a zombie.
Your regular old zombie, it doesn't matter.
Even a group of zombies, you don't care about.
In fact,
run around it.
You get an ability so you can vault over zombies. So zombies kind of just become ladders.
I haven't bought the vaulting ability yet. No, because I just kick them.
Yeah, you like your drop kick ability.
I'm the king of kicking in this game. I just it doesn't even do much damage. I'll just keep kicking the zombie because it makes me laugh. I just quick everyone over here, have a good kick. We just kick away. But then it's like, you'll just all be running along to a mission, and then one person jumps to the building, misses the jump, and falls down and suddenly has 6 zombies on them, and it's a holy shit moment. It's like everyone jumps down quick, try to save them and all this stuff, and it takes the complacent nature of some zombie or that's what a zombie story is, that you get too comfortable with it, and then that's when things fuck up.
I've really found most of the times I've died, it's been I'm getting too cocky.
Yeah.
And I think I miss a jump or something like that, or I can run and get there. Like, nope, I can't. I miss it. And then you fall to the ground and you're on low health and
It's almost a bit like remember that movie The Other Guys, where they just believe they're invincible and just jump off the side of the building.
That sounds great.
It's that kind of sometimes just I could make that jump, and then it's it's 30 meters.
Yeah.
Why did I think I could make that jump?
So they do have that mechanic of if you jump on a car or some garbage bags, you're fine.
Oh, I love that. So it has...
It's always terrifying.
It has Assassin's Creed haystack jump. So you'll climb up a giant tower 100 meters in the air, and it's you could climb back down, but they say, okay, we'll give you a fast way. Yeah. So there's a pile of blue garbage bags on the ground. It acts like the haystacks, except unlike the haystacks, it doesn't auto jump you into it. So you just have to manually jump off that goddamn tower.
There's a degree of snappiness I've noticed. You'll kind of be guided towards it.
Maybe. Except I've clipped my legs on the goddamn tower and just shattered my legs and fallen to a death.
But it's nothing like Assassin's Creed where you get that animation. You can just miss it. It will let you just miss it.
We have all just missed it before, and it is, and I get vertigo doing it. I'm what? And then I hit it. And I'm oh, that's fine. That is unrealistic, but I survived that. But who cares?
What I like about the garbage bags and cars are the same thing, is that my brain knows that landing on it will hurt.
Yeah.
I think with Assassin's Creed, if it's a haystack, I'm kind of conditioned that haystacks, like in cartoons, right? You just land in the haystack and everything's fine.
Those things are spiky.
Haystacks aren't real.
They're spiky.
Yes, it's true. They're not soft at all.
But landing on piles of garbage, it's gonna
spiky
hurt
as well.
Yeah.
Could be full of needles.
Mm-hmm. Especially in the slums.
Yeah. What are you trying to say about our slum friends?
So there's probably a bit of drug use.
Okay, fair enough. Yes.
It looks like it snowed beside me. There's fluff everywhere from that pig.
Oh, yes, the dogs have been tearing up toys.
Yeah.
And the actual combat is fun. The story, we were all ignoring it, and it's slowly actually, whilst still not paying attention to the narrative, there are several moments I have enjoyed incredibly.
Yeah, I like the characters you meet.
Yeah, there are some fun characters on the way. Still the overall story, it's oh yes, I wonder if this shadowy organization will be evil.
Yeah. Oh god, it turned out to be evil.
It's oh gosh. And your character is such a dick.
You're an amoral asshole.
Yeah. It's like, I guess you think you're doing it for the greater good for a while, but not really.
I tell you what, in Nazi Germany, this guy would have been front
Oh,
lines.
yeah.
Like,
he would have had the nicest pressed brown shirt.
Like, we need you to go and, like, rough up and threaten to break old men legs. Like, I don't really want to. It's for the greater good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, if it's for the greater good.
If it's for Mein Führer.
Yeah.
So we're all brown shirts. And the co-op works great. Like when you were running around a very complex environment, and at the secondary where at the moment, it's much higher buildings, and quite often it's just...
We've hardly been on the ground at all.
Yeah,
I don't think once or twice when I've fallen.
But it's just like I climb up, I just run through a bedroom, and it's just like the level of detail in there is fantastic. And like, it's up to the scratch of, sort of GTA and Assassin's Creed type stuff, except they ain't those teams.
Yeah.
Like they're not like a tiny team or anything, but man,
I think
this game is, and especially it's like 3 years old now.
Yeah. I think the world it's deceptively open. Like it's nowhere near as big as it feels.
No.
Like
there's much smaller areas than it seems.
Yeah.
Because you're only on foot. That is.
Yeah. Because I was talking to another friend about it today, and he was saying that he had problems because there's no fast travel in it. In single player, there's a fast travel for multiplayer, but that's an extra thing. But if you were to put fast travel in that game, you're kind of losing what it's about, which is like the risk of going out and then getting nighttime and
especially
it's really not
the
that
more
big.
you get used to an area. That's how the game. It's like any of those. Any game in an open world is really about getting you used to the discrete spaces in it. So if you take away someone's ability, there are opportunities to investigate those spaces in like a mundane way. Then they can't navigate them in an interesting way when it matters. And that's the bit. I always have Mafia as my go-to. It's like Mafia has hours of boring driving because then when shit goes bad, that city like the back of your hand. And if it didn't, then those moments would just be frustrating and boring. It's like, Anyway, continue.
I was just going to say, like, sort of comparing it to Assassin's Creed Origins that I've always been playing in terms of world size. Like this, it feels like it's much more focused, but it still feels... I think because it's so densely packed with things, so it kind of feels like it's much bigger than it actually is. But it's like, you think, I've got to get back to the tower, and it's going to kind of take a while to get there, but not really. Like, you'll actually run there in probably a couple of minutes. Like, it's not that big.
And if it takes you longer, it's probably because of fun stories happening on the way.
Yeah.
You decide to stop and loot a building, or there's a weird zombie there.
I kind of wish the nighttime stuff was a bit more prominent, because at least so far
I think it will be.
Maybe later, because that night mechanic when shit gets dangerous, I like it, but so far we've had very little reason to, like, once or twice.
Well, not only have we not had, we haven't been forced to go into the night much, but also you and Nick especially go like, it's about midday. You think we should sleep in a bed till tomorrow morning so we don't? Yeah. It's getting a bit dark.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if
it's the middle of the day.
I don't know if endgame stuff gets more important, because I know there is an endgame to this thing, right?
Well, I mean, and there's also certain resources you can only get at night.
Yeah.
And they may become more important in the long run. And I'm sure there will be many story reasons to have to go out during the night.
Yeah, the co-op has worked well so far. About the only gripe I have with it is that we're playing on your account in your game, and because you were a little bit ahead of where I was when we started, none of the progress is saved for my game.
Yeah.
So that means that if I want to play by myself, I have to go back to basically right at the beginning of the game.
Character is saved, but not the progress.
Yeah, I've got all my gear. Like, given like the abilities I have and the weapons I have, I could probably get through it real fast.
Yeah. It's just not as fun.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think what they need is a option to say, I don't care if the story is ahead of my personal save
just
game.
pull it forward.
Just put me at this state as well.
I'm sure I can go edit the save game or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I
don't know if there's much in the way of server-side stuff going on with this thing. I don't think there's a lot.
There is sort of an open multiplayer, so I'm not sure where the character data is, like if it's verified on their end or not. I mean, I hope it isn't, because I don't think it really matters in the long run.
I was impressed by, when I was playing it by myself, because we don't do any of the side quests, or very few of the side quests.
Yeah, we do a couple.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. Like, there's a lot of shit there.
Yeah.
So I found, like, playing it as a group, it was cool. But then I could go, I'm going to play by myself. There was still a shitload to do. Like, it's just like, go here and do this, or go here and do that. Like, it's a very big game. There's a lot there.
And it's got a lot of when it comes to the co-op stuff. You'll just be running through an area and there'll be something nearby. Might just be a lot of zombies, might be a lot of things to loot or something. Just says, you want a challenge? you say yes, everyone else in the group says whether they want to join in or not. And like you might play who can kill the most zombies, who can loot the most gear, who can kill these soldiers, who can save the survivor, who can find the exit to this area fastest and stuff like that. Just giving you these little. And the thing is, it's almost stupid to not do it because it just means some free experience for one person in the group.
If you win, you get XP.
Yeah,
and the loser gets nothing out. Like they don't lose anything for it. I really like those little challenges because they kind of break up what you're doing. It's just, and there seems like the delivery of them is just right.
Yeah.
Like, they never feel like the game has gone too many... You get an essential foot looking?
He's licking my foot.
I never find they get lost in the noise.
Yeah.
Like, they never get so much, we're like, I can't be bothered. It'd be like, we probably do like 80% of them when they come up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we are on our way to do something, I'll ignore them. Yeah. And if we are just screwing around, like, why not? I feel like killing those guys anyway. Let's just go do it officially. Oh, and you'll be very excited. I found parkour challenges just after you left the other night. So I'm looking forward to them.
I gave the Be a Zombie multiplayer a go as well. That was actually before I played it that much. I gave it a go. And it lets you kind of... I think you invade the world of other players. It's a little bit Dark Soulsy, where you play one of the nighttime zombies.
Nice.
And it's a lot like an alien, like a xenomorph style thing. Like you've got a lot of mobility, but you can still die reasonably easy. But you will one-shot kill other players. And so it was me versus two other guys. I assume they were guys. And
you bastard.
Yeah, I know. So sexist.
It's 2018.
I know,
you piece of shit.
I know. And so the mode is they'll have a bunch of nests they have to destroy.
Yeah.
And there'll be like 8 nests or something like that. And my goal is to kill them some number of times before they take down all the nests. But they have this UV light torch.
Yeah.
And the UV light torch will basically stop
zombie
you.
nests?
Yeah, so they have to take down the zombie nests. You can one-shot them, but if they hit you with a UV torch while you're leaping towards them, it'll stop you, and you have to run away because you'll be weakened, and they'll
UV
kill you pretty
lights.
easily. Yeah, that's the reason they come at night. Yeah, any kind of like UV light will hurt them.
Okay.
So that's sort of the law reason for it.
Okay.
And then these two people I'm playing against got really good at like one person to be wailing on the nest, and the other person's just sort of guarding to kind of like keep me away. But after a while, I managed to kind of get them separated, and that was when I started destroying them. And it was fun. Like I'd never done it before, and to start off with, I had no idea what I was doing, and I was dying a lot. And then by the end, it got down to like I'd taken them out some number of times. I need to get another couple of times, and they were taking down the nest, and there's only 2 left. And yeah, it was really tense, and like they won in the end.
Yeah,
but it was really cool. I'm pretty keen to get to the point where we can be invaded. I don't know when we get there.
Why do you want to be invaded?
Well,
I want to be from the other end of it.
At the moment, we've just got friends turned on. So we can make it public, but we haven't yet.
Yeah.
Because the public can be terrible.
I don't really want randoms coming in. I want to be able to say we can be invaded by randoms only.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works yet. We've got to investigate more. And it also, we can check out the following, which is like the expansion pack, which is then out of the countryside, which is all vehicle-based and huge areas. And then this year...
Oh, here we go.
We have the... I believe it's actually a standalone game, Dying Light Bad Blood, which is basically Dying Light's version of... Not quite PUBG, but sort of getting into the same sort of area, like being dropped into an area with a bunch of people. And we spoke about it on the show a few weeks ago. But now that I've played Dying Light, I'm like, well, not only do I want their version, I just want them to rip off PUBG too. Imagine 100 people being dropped into the city at once. It would be amazing.
That would be pretty good, yeah.
It's like scattering around, parkouring everywhere.
Because, that one's a bit different, isn't it? Because you don't necessarily have to kill everyone.
No. There's a bunch of different modes in there, but most of them are about getting a way out. So earning a ticket or something like that, and you can do it either individually or cooperatively in different modes. And the cooperative modes still have a lot of opportunities for betrayal and stuff like that. And now that I've played the game a lot, I can just see how well that would work.
Yeah.
And like PUBG, everyone's super excited. Oh, they're bringing in mantling. I'm like, mantling, cute.
What's mantling?
Like just being able to climb over things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think what I'd like about the PUBG one, the Dying Light one, is that it's so small, close quarters. A lot of the time I've spent with PUBG or more Fortnite is it seems like you're in those big open hills trying to get from place to place, where this is much smaller, much more, kind of, you can hide inside
it's very
things.
Dense.
And, yeah.
So a bit more Hunger Gamesy than PUBG would be.
Maybe.
Game's pretty
Like,
open
'cause-
area,
I was going to
isn't
say,
it?
is Maze Runner? I don't know. Is that one?
No, Maze.
I'm just throwing out. I'm throwing out young fiction movies here.
Now, Amy, you're a younger person.
Apparently.
Do you know Maze Runner?
I know of it. I haven't seen the movies or read the books.
Oh, so you can't tell me what the fuck that plot is?
No.
Because you saw the first movie, right?
Yeah,
I remember you were kind of positive on it.
The first movie is fine, and then it gets to the end, and you're like, I don't understand what that's trying to imply. And then I tried to watch the second one, and I'm like, I don't know what stakes are being fought over and how here. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I feel that's just most young adult fiction, though.
Most young adult fiction's pretty clear.
Eh.
It's like, here's your Voldemort, here's your evil
guess,
emperor,
yeah.
here's your whatever. It's like, we're rebellion.
Okay.
Like the Maze Runner shit just is totally like off the wall. I
Well,
have no
I'll
idea
watch
who
the
the bad
first
guys
movie
are.
and see if I
First
can
one's
figure
quite
it out.
watchable.
Okay.
Like, and especially because most of it's just them trying to get out of a maze. That's like an easy thing. It's like,
Yeah.
we're
That's
getting
what I
out of a
assumed.
maze.
I understand mazes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Hey, I watched The Snowman today.
Oh, how was that?
One of the worst films I've seen in my life.
I've
It
heard
is
it-
amazing.
I've heard it is a mess.
It is
A melted
unbelievably
mess because
bad.
it's in Australia.
Oh, it was, no, it's like you've never seen so much talent make something so bad. It's like, this is the director of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
So is it-
And it is a illogical, maddening mess of crap. I'm like, oh my gosh. But you're like watching a video, you're like, oh, I don't really know what any of these characters are doing. It's like, oh, I'm sure they're just like, we get to discover as we move along the plot. Nah.
Is it based on a book?
Yeah.
Okay.
I read what the plot of the book is. I mean, it still doesn't seem like the world's greatest book, but it makes sense and is like in fiction. This just literally is just like a character appears and then never appears again for no reason. It's a bit like
Yeah.
The Room in that sense. Yeah. Val Kilmer's in it, but apparently, because I didn't know, apparently Val Kilmer has throat cancer.
Oh, does he?
So apparently all these lines are dubbed by someone else. It's
Okay.
like- and his character doesn't make any sense either, because
Yeah.
I think he couldn't do all of his shoots because he had throat cancer. It's like, maybe not cast him. I don't want to be cancerist.
Yeah.
But it seems like he was preoccupied.
Probably not the
Yeah, anyway, absolutely abysmal film.
Okay.
You'd never watch it.
I won't watch it.
Yeah. It's
Good,
Cool.
good save, Paul.
Great.
Yeah, so Dan, Dying Light's pretty good.
Dying Light's good, but Battlegrounds.
Oh yeah, so many Battlegrounds.
So,
You got your notes you wrote, right?
Yeah, my amazing notes.
Can you read out your notes?
So my notes
Word for
began. My notes began with the announcement this last week of Paladins Battlegrounds. Because if you're going to rip off Battlegrounds, why hide it? The average character action shooter, I say MOBA-ish, but James and I disagree on that point. Paladins,
Character shooter.
character shooter,
yeah.
but with stupid leveling and
Barely.
mounts.
No, kind of.
Well, you've got your fast travel button, which pulls out a horse.
I think you can only have it
That's
at the start.
No, you can pull it. Well, at least you used to be able to pull
I
it
think
out whenever.
that game's changed a lot.
And there's cooldowns on everything, isn't it? I suppose Overwatch has
yeah,
fucking cooldowns. All shitty
I
games
think
have
it's taken
cooldowns
a lot
now.
from
MOBAs,
Overwatch now.
MOBAs have put fucking cooldowns on everything.
Yeah.
Fuck MOBAs. That's all right. If you like them, listener, then that's fine.
You can be wrong.
I used to play League of Legends when I was younger. It was okay.
It has cooldowns and characters. I
Yeah.
hate characters. And
Yeah,
cooldowns.
I know you do, but I like Overwatch, so leave me alone.
You know what I might have made this point before. Remember Soul Survivor?
Oh, what Command and Conquer Soul Survivor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, it was really ahead of its time, wasn't it?
Well, it was basically a Battlegrounds game. But
No, it was a MOBA.
Well, you played one character
You
in
played
an RTS, like
yes,
one unit.
One unit in an
Yeah,
RTS.
and I think you had to be the sole survivor. No, it's totally Battlegrounds. It's like randomly placed unit, one person exits.
I just mean more the RTS where you control one unit. That's MOBA-ish.
I think it was like you didn't even have abilities. I think you were just like
You're just
an
a tank.
infantry
It
guy.
was
Like
shit.
you were a tank. That was all it
It
was.
was unbelievably bad. I think you could only be a tank, wasn't it? You were just a tank.
Oh, it might have been just a tank.
Yeah, I'm
that
pretty
game didn't
sure.
go very far.
No.
For
If
good
only
reason.
they'd added like some cool cooldown abilities.
Yeah, and maybe some win and win a chicken dinner at the end.
No, we're arguing different things again. Anyway, so Paladins, the game which James has now played a bit of
I've
and says he
actually-
likes,
Yeah, it's good. I enjoy it.
but I feel it hasn't changed as much as he seems to tell me it has.
I played it when it was super early.
We played it both when it was super early, and I played it again like a year ago.
Yeah, see, I the last time I played it was when it was like just, I think, publicly available.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot since then.
Actually, maybe my timelines are off. Maybe it wasn't publicly available last time I played it.
Even though as much as they say they're not an Overwatch ripoff, to the point where they have publicly announced it and had a press release about how we are not an Overwatch ripoff, you can see that there are a lot of Overwatch influences that have made their way into the game.
From what I heard of the timeline, because Paladins was before Overwatch.
Yes.
But a lot of the changes made it
That's
Overwatch-y.
yeah.
But now they're making it Battlegrounds-y.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I am interested here is that an Overwatch-style thing, if you just dropped 100 random of those characters into a map, that's not a balanced game.
Oh god, no! From what I've played of it so far, making it Battleground seems like a terrible idea.
They've still got to scrounge for weapons and shit, which probably means scrounging for cards in that game, because it's another card bullshit game.
Yeah, I think they've added cards, but you can.
I seem to remember them always having cards.
No, because if you look at the Steam reviews right now, there's a lot of negativity because
maybe the cards are different. Like because it used to be the unlock thing. Like you got 3 cards at the beginning, you'd choose one, and then every time you leveled, you'd pick another card.
No, this is a bit different now.
Okay.
There's loot boxes you get which give you cards, and then those cards will level up cards. So if you get duplicates, it levels up and make them stronger.
Sounds fun.
It actually reminds me a lot of the EA Battlegrounds, Battlefront. Sorry.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah,
game.
which is
Too
a
many
really
names.
bad thing to compare it to because it had a lot of negativity. But what I can say is
How's it compared to Battleborn?
I've played a lot more than did Battleborn.
Battleborn's that Overwatch one, isn't it?
I think yeah,
They all are.
Battleborn had I felt like the leveling.
I wasn't
up
really asking. I was just
was much more important. This, from what I played at Paladin so far, it's like they have the things which you hate. They're there, but I ignore them and I do just fine. Like I don't feel like I'm being like stomped on by people that have dropped a lot of money, and I don't feel like I
used
need
to play this knight guy that had a shield.
I think he's still there.
Yeah,
I played the Bomb King. The Bomb
cool
King was
ones.
so great. I sent you a picture of the Bomb King.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure I sent you a picture.
I didn't look at it.
Oh,
then.
he's so good. He's this big fat guy, and he's the Bomb King. He's very regal.
Yeah.
And he has like these little bombs with little eyes.
Aw.
They're so cute. And like he's basically the demo man. That's his kind of archetype. But yeah, you just like these little bombs. You just like throw them. They have like they look at you and they look happy, and you're throwing walls and they're looking around. It's got some great character design. Really good. I think you'd like Bomb King because it's Demo Man, and you loved Demo Man.
It's true. I was a demo man,
Mm-hmm.
and then a bit of a junk rat man.
Oh, he's cute. He's got little happy
Look at
bombs.
his little bombs. He's so good.
Cute.
He's so good.
Yeah.
You're not convinced. The game's free.
Oh, lots of things are free. Gonorrhea is free.
Can I have it?
You might.
No.
I've never tested you.
No, I got tested. I'm pretty sure I don't have it.
Have you?
Oh yeah, I had a test years ago. I was like, yeah,
That's good
probably
to
should
know.
get checked, just for the sake of knowing. I actually made a mistake. I went in and it's like, I'm going to get a blood test. Because I feel like this is a responsible thing to do entering a new relationship. I should get a blood test just to make sure everything's
Yep.
fine.
Did you ask for a blood
Yeah,
test?
so I went in and asked for it. I've never done this before.
Because I was confused for a second. It's like, well, they do take blood. What do you-
Yeah. So I went into the GP. I'm like, I would like a blood test, please. I'm like, okay. And they take the blood.
And they just
Yeah.
said, and it came back and said, yes.
They're like, oh yeah, you're fine.
You
Like,
have
yeah,
blood.
but no,
it's not sand.
Yeah, no like STIs to worry about, anything like that. Like, oh no, we didn't test for those. Like, oh, there's multiple blood tests.
there are several.
Like, oh,
There are at least 4.
Yeah, so I had another blood test, and everything came back peachy,
Oh,
which I was not surprised.
that's good.
But check anyway.
Yeah.
Be a responsible adult.
I mean, not to sound cruel, but I'm not surprised either.
So no. Given my history, generally not surprised. But
You never know.
You never know what toilet seats you've sat on.
Exactly.
Who knows what'll happen?
Who dares wins.
Mm.
That's what they say. Isn't that a TV show?
Yeah. He does.
Okay.
Anyway.
Paladins Battleground. And I've been told to
Yeah.
then read the rest of my list, which
Do
I
it.
may have been. So I had just had some pictures. I had Tom Clancy's Battlegrounds,
Makes sense.
which I think would sell great.
Yes. Yep.
That'd be Ubisoft developed. Yeah. American McGee's Battlegrounds.
Still work.
Yeah. Sid Meier's Battlegrounds. Everyone's a railroad. So good. Debbie does Battlegrounds.
It's a whole thing.
It's like last one ends a rotten egg, I guess.
What did you write, Paul?
What if God was Battlegrounds? Just a slob like Battlegrounds. Just a stranger Battlegrounds trying to Battlegrounds home. I don't care about Battlegrounds. But seriously, Breath of the Wild and Dying Light would make the best Battlegrounds. That is my... So I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, you have. You've been playing through all that.
And I do really think if they... like, to say just is a huge just.
Yeah.
But if they just took Breath of the Wild and just airdropped in 100 players at once...
I would not be surprised if with the PC version, if someone figured it out.
Says, well, they have started having a multiplayer.
Yeah. So if they take it a step further and go, we're doing...
so there'd be
Breath
so
of the
many
Wild
things to
Battlegrounds.
track. Like, it'd
be tough.
because it'd have to be server based at that point to be able to.
Yeah.
It'd be But yeah, man, it's good. So I finished up the Guardians DLC.
Yeah.
Well, not all of it. I did the Guardians plotline.
Yeah.
There's still other things
Yeah,
that came with it.
because that game does a terrible job letting you know what that DLC is.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you want some DLC? Okay, all right, I'll
So
have some
it's
DLC.
now that we're doing this not every week, sometimes it's forgetting what we talked about. So last episode, I had briefly played
Yeah.
it, but you had done like a good chunk of the Obliterator quest.
I finished the Obliterator quest.
Yes.
Now, yeah.
And I was making fun of you for struggling with those
Yeah.
shrines, and then I revealed I hadn't done them, and
Yes.
then haha. So then I did them, so now I can make fun of you.
Yeah,
for
so
having
you
trouble.
want to do it again?
Yeah. What was the one you really had trouble with? The spikes one?
It was the one where, there's a lot of spikes and things.
like first time, fucking idiot.
No, it took me like
No,
45 minutes to get through that thing.
It didn't take me
200.
45 minutes, but it did take me like 5-6 goes. But that's the thing. You start with these. You've got to take out 4 encampments, and when you take out the encampments, you get a shrine. You've got to do that, but the whole thing you can do it. You have to do it without taking a single hit.
I still think it's a terrible idea putting that at the start.
Yeah,
Just because it doesn't do anything to support the rest of it, as far as I could tell.
Yeah,
it's just this is arbitrary roadblock of like, oh, you want to do this other content? Play through this first for some reason.
It's supposed to be a hard trial that before like the Obliterator then opens itself up and takes you to these other quests. I don't think they're the best part of it, but I wasn't as offended by it. But I was not really under the understanding of what's in this content. Yeah. So just to list it off without like going into the details of it. So once you do the Obliterator, it spits out 4, not quite beacons, but these platforms that are near each divine beast. So you go to these 4 platforms, and they then have 3 maps on them, and each of those 3 maps points to a challenge location somewhere. So it's just a picture from like a satellite picture. And I'm pretty sure some of them are from like a different time, because I was like tracing a coastline and the water line wasn't there anymore, but I just checked. So you sort of have to be aware of the local area, and you're just looking at your map physically to work out where they are, and you map it out and you go there and you do these challenges, and the challenges can range from environmental puzzles to fights to like a couple of quite epic things as well. And there's on each platform there's at least one sort of like go through the ring sort of race, and that could be through the air or snowboarding or something like that. So you've got the 3 challenges, and then when you finish the challenges, they then open up a shrine, and each of those shrines are relatively substantial. Then when you've done each of those 3 shrine challenges, you then go back to the Divine Beast and you do the Ganon fight again, but you do it with the equipment of the Guardian.
Oh, okay.
So it's an equipment limited fight.
Yeah.
Some people didn't like them. I actually thought they were like, they made me fight them without cheesing them quite as much as I did the first time. That said, I mean, you've still got your Guardian powers, and you can cheese pretty well with those. So I quite enjoyed those fights actually. And then once you've done all 4 of those Ganon fights again, then it opens up another dungeon.
Yeah.
And that dungeon is at least as significant as any of the other ones. And then it ends with a very difficult... I thought very difficult. My dogs are playing up a little bit down there. Oh, settle down. Which I thought was probably the hardest fight in the game. And then you get your magic motorcycle, which I love. I love my magic motorcycle.
You sent a picture of it. It looked pretty great.
Did you? So, semi-spoilers for the end of the game. You can finish the final boss fight whilst on the motorcycle. And I did. Because once I was done with that, I got to the point where I've never finished Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Because I'd have some weird finishing... It's not anxiety, but just like...
You don't want it to be over?
Yeah, like, I don't know if I really want to... There's more things to do. Why would I end it? So I went to the castle for the first time. And oh my god, I loved exploring that castle.
Oh, it's
partly
great.
because I could beat the shit out of guardians. I am like a murder machine now. Like I got dropped next to a Lionel at one point in there, a like elite Lionel, the first one I'd ever actually tried to fight. I kicked its fucking ass. I jumped on its back and stabbed it in the neck, and then I'm like. Yeah, I'm a bit more stronger than I realized. Not really overpowered, like there's still good fights, but I'm like, I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But then as I'm going through, like I find chests with some clothing in it and everything, not realizing that that's actually part of the DLC. So the fact that they put those chests scattered around the castle meant that the castle was now more of a, I need to thoroughly explore this dungeon. So I got all those costume bits and I was getting all these neat weapons and everything. And then I went and fought Ganon and I kicked his goddamn ass.
Because you knew what you were doing?
Well, not the first time. First time he killed me.
Oh, okay.
And the second time I was like, okay, I got it now. And it's like, I don't know, a lot of people were disappointed with the final battle. I don't know what they really wanted. It's a Zelda game where you're defeating an evil spirit. I mean, spoilers, you kill the evil spirit. What was going to happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people suddenly think Zelda was going to become a story game or something? I mean, it's got story there, but it's not exactly Hemingway. Does he write stories?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've heard of his name.
He's just dropping literature names.
And now I realized I haven't done a bunch of other DLC like the Master Sword quest and everything, so I've gone back, I've started doing that now. Breath of the Wild's such a fucking good game.
It's a big game.
But if you could drop in 100 links, Game of the Year 2018.
Which one would be the missing link?
Probably someone that's just idling for loot boxes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the loot boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Remember at PAX how everyone was buying those stupid loot boxes?
You bought one.
No, it was
Wouldn't you buy a Pokemon one?
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
wasn't
you
one of
could-
the specific stupid
bought-
ones.
no,
It
you-
was,
You bought a loot box and you were like, oh, look at this Pokemon card I got.
Yeah, it was full of Pokemon cards. I knew exactly what I was getting.
Yeah,
in it.
a random assortment of Pokemon cards, and which you got. How was the dopamine hit? Was it good?
Well, I
alright.
guess it's no different to just buying a normal packet of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, just better value.
It's still a loot box.
Which I still consider bullshit loot boxes.
Yeah.
But I knew what I was
anyway.
getting, unlike, the other loot boxes.
I'm going to say no.
What?
Because I think when you open a pack of cards, you figure out what you're getting.
Like, there's one rare one.
Yeah,
and four
Where
other.
you just kind of lucked out and you got like...
Yeah, a nice special one that I display, and it's all carded. And like, oh, this is a special rare one.
Yeah.
But
So you're making fun of loot boxes.
I am. But
Man, look, whenever I see loot boxes in game now that we're in a post-Battlefront 2 world, it all feels so dirty.
Look, I got this TF2 Red Bomb keyring from Jeremy's loot box when he went to PAX. He gave it to me because he didn't care.
It's a good keyring.
Or maybe he gave it to me because he's my friend. One of the two.
Aw.
It can be both.
So what a good loot box that was. It lets me know which one's my house key.
Yeah, I need something like that.
But at least I knew what I was getting in my loot box. That's the argument I put up.
Cardboard.
Yep.
With pictures of Pokemon.
Yep. And they were shiny.
Pictures of Pokemon. Shiny, shiny boys.
Yep.
Okay.
Not slimy boys like the one that's licking my foot right now.
He's a slammer boy, alright.
Hey, I got Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah,
As well. I actually forgot that for a game that I've played like 25 hours.
Yeah, you
of.
started mentioning that and you're like, hey, that's not
Yeah, I
list.
probably
I wrote it in.
should actually mention I picked that up. So I got that one on the old PC. And I've played a good chunk of it on my Steam Link as well. I'm impressed with how well that works.
It does work well.
Yeah. I've been really enjoying it. I think that the action RPG kind of roots that it brings in, it's like every Assassin's Creed game I play seems to diminish with the exception of probably Syndicate, and I guess there was also Unity. No,
Did you play them?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I didn't mind. No, I didn't play Unity. I played Syndicate.
I hear Syndicate was okay.
Syndicate was okay. Where this one, they feel like they've really pulled back on the Assassin's Creed part. And
well, it was originally not an Assassin's Creed game.
it shows. It shows. The parts that are Assassin's Creed, kind of the stealth bits, it is so forgiving, and I am so fine with that.
I heard it being described as what's his name? Starts with B, doesn't it?
Like I can never remember his name.
But basically, you crouch down holding like a single like grass straight in front of your face, and everyone's like, "Where is he? Where did he go?"
Oh, it's great because I like. One of the things that always shit me with the early Assassin's Creed is they're like, okay, so you're an assassin and you need to go in and kind of like take down these people and kind of empty out this place or whatever. And you'd have these well laid planned and you just get spotted once and that's it. It's like, okay, well now I've got to fight everyone and now it's like I don't feel like an assassin. This one, if you get spotted, you'll get into a fight. But you'll be like isolated to a small area. Okay. So once you beat them, like, yeah, you can go back and hide again and it's fine. The majority of the people I've assassinated so far, actually taking out like them as people is real easy. Like they don't. There hasn't been too many of like, oh, we're gonna have a big boss. It's like, oh, it's like this is assassinate this person. If you get there and you shoot them with an arrow in the head, they're gonna be dead. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Cause and effect.
Yeah. So it's pulled back a lot on the kind of Assassin's Creed things that annoy me, and it's really more. Like I explore the world. I like that kind of the setting. You don't get a lot in kind of ancient Egypt.
Yeah, that was Egypt.
And it's like I'll kind of run along and I'll see like, oh, there's like a military base or something like that. It's like, oh, cool, I'll jump in, and they're all a little bit different, and they'll have little entrances that are hidden. And you can go in and find your way, kind of taking down the best. The eagle vision being gone and replaced with a literal eagle is great.
A drone eagle.
It is basically a drone.
It can hover.
Yeah, it can hover.
A hovering bird.
So
it just rides the air currents. Why not?
It's a bit Metal Gear Solid 5 how it works. So you from a distance you just check out where everyone is and you basically mark everyone. So you go into eagle mode, you look in vision, you get an idea of where all the guards are, what they're doing, what their patterns are, and then once you have that, like, cool, you just jump in and you can see them on your map at all times, things like that. Like it's just. There's a lot of things which make the stealth not frustrating, and I've really enjoyed it. The combat so far has been good. It does have loot with level and damage and things like that. Every now and then I'll fight someone. It's like, oh, those numbers are bigger than mine, and I've got to hit them and it won't do much damage. That doesn't happen so much. I think.
Do you have auto leveling turned on or off?
I have it turned off.
Cool.
Yeah. I know. I thought about doing it, but I still like the power fantasy of going back.
Oh no, I would definitely have it turned off. Yeah, I just heard it was an option, and I like that they have the option.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice touch. So the auto leveling will pull up anyone lower level than you to where you are, but people above you will still be stronger.
Yeah.
So if you want to make sure there's like a constant challenge with who you're fighting, you can turn on auto leveling.
Yeah.
It doesn't bring down people above you at all.
I don't believe so.
Well, then that's bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's just the other way around. Which, if you just want it to be a consistent challenge for what you've already done in the past.
I kind of would like it to be a let's forget about levels button. Yeah. Because then I could choose it to be that classic Assassin's Creed.
Honestly, like I haven't noticed it too much. Like I haven't noticed it like, say, The Division, where it's like...
Or Destiny. I'm immune to bullets.
Yeah. Destiny 2 is not as bad for that. But yeah.
I haven't noticed that,
so probably the biggest one is there's like these elite units that if they see you, they will kick your ass. And I've tried to take some of them down, and they do. You hit them with an arrow, and it's just like nah. It's like he just tinks off the armor. Like nothing's gonna happen.
Just use your magnet powers and then throw a bomb at them.
The arrows have kind of like they make no sense, right? So you got like this thing called the Predator.
The Predator arrow. I know all about the Predator arrow, but please share.
So the Predator arrow, it's like your sniper arrow, except you drive the arrow.
Also, let us also just not skip past the words sniper arrow, but continue.
So the way it works is you line up the shot, and if you like hold down one of the buttons when you fire, the camera starts chasing it, and you can guide it. So you can actually go around corners and things like that.
That's great.
It's awesome. So yeah, like you just go down and it's
like a drone arrow.
Kind of, yeah. It makes no sense, but
sounds like fun.
Yeah, the world looks amazing. It looks gorgeous. The scope is crazy. It kind of gets away with the size of its scope because so much of it's desert. So it's really pockets of things to do, connected by massive amounts of desert. So you'll get like camels and things to kind of get around reasonably quickly, but generally you're in like kind of a small little area. the area's been very varied. I've appreciated that. I've just got to Giza, so I've got like to the top of the pyramid and kind of set up there. You can go into the pyramid and do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they've got that hidden area that was only just discovered as well.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting how that lined up. I know they do weekly events and things like that as well. Like there's daily
Fighting the gods.
I haven't done any of them yet.
I don't know if any of them are available at the moment.
I've seen a screenshot because one of the things it does is people can take screenshots. It's got like this nice camera mode where you put different filters on.
So like
the
Mario Odyssey one?
Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah. So you can take a picture and then it appears on your map. So you will see other people who've taken pictures and you can upvote it and stuff like that. Aww. And there's one that I saw where they're taking a picture with one of the giant gods in the background. And like, I don't know how this fits into like the historical background of like just having these giant gods that are walking through the desert, but I'm interested.
It happened.
Yeah, I want to see how this works. Yeah.
Oh, they've got cats and stuff in Egypt.
I haven't tried to kill a cat yet.
Don't kill a cat.
I thought about it, but Cheryl was there and she's not going to appreciate me killing a cat.
She's down
I won't
on killing
appreciate
cats.
I like the crafting system. It's pretty good. So you kind of level up your gear by getting pelts and things like that, and you use your eagle to like find things.
Real Far Cry
style.
stuff.
Yeah, but you mark it and you go and take it down, and there'll be like dens of things, so there'll be like extra strong crocodiles or something like that, and you take it down and you get like more materials.
Are they elite crocodiles?
They are elite crocodiles.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's hippos. Hippo kicked my ass.
Hippos are
just like
evil.
real life.
Yeah, they charged me. That's scary.
They are.
Yeah, like I'm just walking along. Oh, some hippos. And
Why would you go near the
You should
hippos?
always keep some
they
marbles in your
open their
pocket.
mouths and like run towards you.
Just chuck the marbles as fast as you can. And
I don't know if it'd work on sand. Though.
Oh, it's scary. Scary things.
yeah, don't fuck with a hippo.
I've been disappointed that I haven't found any kind of Prince of Persia costume yet. I found a Prince of Persia costume that looks nothing like the Prince. I thought there was a great opportunity to get him in there.
So it doesn't look like Jake Gyllenhaal.
No. And there's not. All I want is some baggy white pajamas.
Oh, you want classic
I want
Prince.
classic Prince of Persia.
Ooh.
It does really make me want a new Prince of Persia game. This is like the closest I'm getting, I think. And it's pretty far from the game I want.
What if we finally got like Prince of Persia, like, what's it, 2008, but 2?
The follow-up to that old one.
With all the crazy, let's bring
I
flowers
liked that
back
one.
to the world.
That wasn't a bad Prince of Persia.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'd like to see it, but I don't think
I don't think it did so well.
I think it's gone.
Yeah. Big game. It's like there's a lot there, and I think Ubisoft will be supporting this one for a while because that seems to be what Ubisoft does.
Actually, there's some
Ubisoft's
big
good.
change coming in at the moment as well. I heard. So yes, some stuff is being. Oh, they just added a whole new area to it.
That
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I wish I had multiplayer though.
I was
It'd be so much fun.
I was going to buy it, and then I started playing Dying Light. I'm like, I'm running around and scaling things.
It kind of scratches a pretty similar itch for
just
me.
a little bit.
That kind of open world exploration, gearing up.
I'll still
that
get
kind
to
of
it
stuff.
though. It sounds good.
Yeah, definitely. I put it up there with Black Flag.
I heard Ubisoft announce that they're doing Assassin's Creed Battlegrounds.
That actually would work.
Maybe.
Yeah, no.
Well, actually, with the new combat, it might.
Yeah.
The old combat, no.
Because they've done multiplayer stuff before, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
yeah.
so...
But not PvP. It was
No.
PvE, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I think
I'm
it did.
trying to remember back to
I think it did have a PvP mode.
Unity had a bunch of co-op in it.
Yeah. No, I think it had like a Assassins versus Guards or something. Yeah. Anywhozen. Saw The Greatest Showman.
How was that?
That's really real crap.
Was it crap or just eh? Was it a well-made...
No. It's mildly entertaining.
Yeah.
But a very bad movie.
So he's not the greatest showman. Is that what you're saying?
Hugh Jackman may be among the greatest showmen. He is a very talented and entertaining fellow. Apparently, a lot of people from La La Land worked on this, and it suffers from the same problems that does, which is conflict doesn't exist. Literally, I'm going to do this, and then they do it, and then it's done.
I really enjoyed La La Land, though.
Did you?
Yeah.
I really need to
hate
watch
La
it.
La Land.
Really? No, I actually...
It's like
I really
someone that
enjoyed
made
it.
a musical that's never watched a musical. It's like they don't understand choreography. It's like a bunch of shots in sequence without any flow between the choreography.
See, I think as someone who doesn't watch a lot of musicals, I didn't care.
I
But
like
also,
musicals.
like, they have no problems in La La Land. They're just like,
Well, that's the point. It's La La
I'm
Land.
sick of-
But what I liked
it's like, oh, I want to do my own thing. I'm not going to do this tour. It's like, I'm not going to have the easy life. Oh, I'll just continue having the easy life. None of them struggle for anything.
I liked the
It's white people explaining jazz.
I liked the point of the movie turned from the happily ever after and then just sort of went going. That's what I enjoyed. It's like, oh, here's the Hollywood ending. Oh, but what happens next? That's what made it interesting to me.
La La Land 2.
No.
And then the nice little thing showing like the alternative path and like, oh, it's kind of
I
like,
almost like that bit.
yeah, I thought no, this is nice.
It's just that they can't dance or sing.
that doesn't care. Well, they kind of
Fucking musical.
they kind of forgot about it. You know, like early, like by the time you get to the later part, they're like, no, we don't really.
You know how they did like the remake of Beauty and the Beast? And like, you know what? It doesn't matter if Belle can't sing.
No, actually, I really enjoyed La La Land. I had a good time.
I mean,
I
I know it won some awards, but everyone that gave it an award and everyone that liked it was incorrect.
I can't remember if I teared up at the end. I might have. I think I might
Jesus
have.
Christ, and I cried at anything. I cried at a Mr. Sheen commercial once. I want to cry at that. Oh, Mr. Sheen.
One of the songs in Mario Kart used to make me cry for some reason.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't understand what song it'd even be. It's Rainbow Road.
No, it was a decently happy track as well.
I would go further into Greatest Showman, except this is not the Paul Rags on Movies podcast.
No, even though that
usually
comes
is,
up a
though.
lot.
It does. I saw 3 billboards outside
Apparently
of
it's
Missouri.
amazing.
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I probably
So
should see
good.
that one.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Maybe I'll get to watch Star Wars soon.
Competent people made it. Star Wars.
It's worth watching.
I want to see it. Just it's Star Wars. I like Star
It's
Wars.
got real high-waisted pants.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They're sexy.
Coco also looks good. That's
Did you?
the new pic. No, it looks good.
Did you know that? Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying it's a new Pixar thing. If you just clarifying.
Did you know Solo is supposed to come out in like 4 months?
Which one?
Really?
Yeah, the next Star Wars movie.
Han Solo
Oh, no,
one.
really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's scheduled in
No
April.
one's.
Okay, they probably should start marketing that one a bit more. Okay.
I bet it'll be great.
I want it to be good because it's Han Solo.
Yeah, it's also Ron Howard. That doesn't mean bad. That just means it used to be in Happy Days.
Not Harrison Ford.
I don't know if they'll have a grumpy cameo.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if they
Do you
did.
remember when I used to be young and I gave a shit? No, I bet Harrison Ford will not be in it because he does not give a fuck and does not want to have to do anything. You just see like people seem to like him in Blade Runner, but even then, I just swear he turned up in his clothes from home. And it's like we shoot this one take.
Mr. Ford, we need you to get changed into this. Nope.
I've done my years of. I attempted to be an actor when I was younger, and I am done. And you're dragging me back in for money.
And he has money though.
Oh, he loves money. I mean, money is good. It lets
Money's
you do
a
all
big
sorts of
motivator.
things.
Mm-hmm.
You could afford all the tickets to Star Wars you want if you have money. One, please. It's kind of funny. Like I might rag on some Star Wars stuff, but I still got this shirt on.
Yeah. I have a Porg shirt.
Do you?
Yeah.
I do like porgs.
They're so cute. I
And
do
they
think
look
they're
delicious.
adorable. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like guinea pigs. For some reason, I think guinea pigs would taste very good.
They do. I've eaten one.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Are they really fatty and juicy, or are they just?
It's
sort
more like quail. Kind of like it's it's called koi.
Koi.
In Peru, that's where I ate it, even like a couple of times.
So, hot tip to
Nice.
listeners out there:
I'm interested.
if you're going to have a quail, just get a nice like fried
Yeah.
quail, and then pretend you're a giant and this is a turkey. Eat it, bones and all, and you feel like a real man or giant lady.
And when you eat a guinea pig, have a little house of guinea pig next to you, because that's what they did. Because this was like up on a mountain where they breed the guinea pigs, right? It's like a lobster, because I didn't get to pick it.
Yeah.
But it's like this little house with all these guinea pigs running around in them, and like I'm gonna eat one of them, and it comes out and like all the bone and the head's all still there.
That's great.
Yeah.
I don't like guinea pigs for some reason.
Oh, they taste.
I had guinea
They
pigs when I was
sound like
younger.
they'd be delicious though.
Yeah, they taste good.
Well, I'm happy to
tasted
know that.
nice.
Thank you so much.
I don't think I can eat a guinea pig that I'd seen having fun.
Oh, I could. Oh man, that's so good.
when we were in Vietnam, and at the front of that restaurant there was a puppy in a cage. I'm like,
No,
do
no
not,
puppy.
do not, because it was all in Vietnamese.
Yeah.
They had like a half translated English menu, so thankfully we didn't pick puppy.
Not puppy.
But I mean, like someone else picked chicken and they went and grabbed a chicken out of that cage and they just came back as a cooked thing.
It's fresh.
Like, oh, I lied to myself and said, oh, it's just their pet and they just keep it.
That's how you... Yeah.
I don't want to be judgy, but I love dogs. But yeah.
Guinea
Anyway,
pigs, though, they can just,
games this
get
year. Let's get into some things.
Games coming out.
Video games.
So, Amy,
Yes.
since you haven't had a lot to say so far
Oh,
this
no.
episode, because James and I both talk a lot,
Yeah.
what is something you're looking forward to in 2018?
I am excited for Mineko's Night Market, which is a really...
Can I just get you to eat the mic a little bit more?
Mineko's Night Market, which is like a Animal Crossing crossed with a Merchant Simulator, crossed with Cat Island, crossed with... I think it was... I can't remember the last one, but yeah, it's all ticking all my boxes. It looks amazing. It's very pretty.
Can you... Because I was watching stuff on it yesterday, but I can't put the art style in my mind's eye. Can you describe what it looks like at all?
Very 2D, bright colours, kind of chalky.
Is it like flat characters or are they 3D modeled? I can't remember.
I think they were flat characters. I was looking at it earlier.
I remember it was very, very attractive.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I go like, I like looking at this game, but I am not going to play this game.
Yeah, it looks like fun.
Yeah, I still haven't
Animal
even
Crossing? Mm.
Stardew Valleyed very much.
That's what it was, Stardew Valley.
I thought I was going to play it a lot when it came out on Switch, but
Me
I
too.
didn't really end up doing that.
I played a little bit. Sam's been the one playing it a lot, though.
Maybe when the multiplayer comes in, give it a go.
They've been
Yeah.
promising that for a little
Maybe
bit.
it could be our new Dying Light.
Maybe. I reckon when we get some Escapist 2 on Switch,
Yeah, that could be fun.
I reckon that playing that in the same room on the different
Is that
controllers
the
would be great.
prison
The prison
one?
escape.
Yeah,
one,
we played a bit of it on PS4, and there's definite potential there.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out something pretty fun. All right, I'm looking forward to that this year. That'll come out on...
Escapist 2 on
Escapist
Switch.
2 on
Yeah,
Switch
I
will
think
be out
it
this
even
year.
was listed on the store now.
Yeah.
Boop. Yeah. Let's just keep moving.
All right,
We don't have any
Bayonetta
comments?
3. Bayonetta
No.
3.
That might be this year.
Isn't it? I thought it was.
I doubt
Yeah,
it.
so I went
I
through-
mean, it might be listed, but I
Yeah.
doubt it'll come out this year.
okay.
Bayonetta 1 and 2 are coming out in like March. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Platinum can work pretty fast. And they might have already been working on it for a year.
Who
So
knows?
maybe this
I
year.
thought that's why they teased it, like, within the year.
I think they would have teased it just because they had something to so there was something
Yeah.
to tease. Because they, at the moment, like, Nintendo's official... although, I mean, sorry to interject you. I know you were about to say a thing, James.
Oh, and that wasn't nothing
You look at what Nintendo did before the Switch, and they didn't fucking say anything before this last year. It was only near the beginning of the year that they really started saying, okay, this is going to come out, and this is going to come out, and this is going to come out. And even then, very low on information.
You remember when there were those Nintendo consoles where nothing was released on them? Do you remember when that happened? Like every Nintendo console?
Well, that's every console.
No, but remember like the GameCube,
What do you mean?
like how stuff like they're like, oh, we're going to release like 2-3 things this year. But the Switch, right? We get shit all the time.
It's so good.
I would say the Switch has done better than all of them, but I always think it's kind of a fallacy when people go on about consoles with no games.
I mean, like Nintendo, which does like first party stuff mainly. They've been notoriously bad for like think back to like the Wii U and the Wii compared to the release schedule of what we've had with Switch.
I mean,
they've done a real good job.
Even the Wii U, I mean, there's shitloads of first party things I liked on that, and like Switch is better. Switch is better.
I feel like the Switch has done a good job.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Switch has done a great job, but there's, with the exception of a couple, there's not too many consoles in history that I really think really had no fucking games coming out on their launch. Now they get like bigger sparseness because, like, even with the Switch, if we didn't have all those indies coming out that we loved, our gold stories and shit like that,
I think even looking at first party on Switch, it's like still a real.
it's still a really good run.
Yeah.
But still, even then, you'd have a console with like 5 games on, which still isn't like a huge library. But I mean, it would be a good library because 2 of those games are like modern classics.
I think that Nintendo's got away with a lot because they've also been able to go, well, we got that Mario Kart sitting there. we can bring that bad boy out.
I want more tracks for Mario Kart.
Well, that's the thing. You go Mario Kart and Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
Well, Mario Kart was a port. Splatoon 2 was ostensibly just an enhanced version of the original one. ARMS was like...
New.
It was new and not loved, and
Yeah.
it's a finished support now. So, really, they had like 2 new things. One which was a Wii U game.
Yeah, they've been smart.
So, I
about
suppose
it.
they had 1 game. Now I've really nutted it down. Nintendo had one.
Now
such
it makes
game.
sense.
And
I think Dusty's a bully.
yeah, Dusty can be a bit of a bully, actually.
Hey, you two.
Oi! A little bit of dog love there. And I lost my cart for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 last episode. When I put Zelda in there to put it on the TV, I lost the cart.
Oh, well.
Maybe a dog ate it. Maybe it went in the bin.
Oh, well.
I just had to play Dying Light then again.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I had to go back to playing Zelda, which
If only you bought it digitally.
is a better game. It's true. James really showed me up then.
Yep.
Like, really, as long as I continue losing, like, 1 in 8 games, I may as well have bought them.
You might have gone digitally.
Yeah. Oh, well. Eggs on my face.
Yep.
Anyway, James, you were going to say a game for this year.
Yeah, I was going to throw out Anthem.
Oh, Anthem.
So this
You mean you're preempting this year's EA scandal?
Yes, this is the first scandal we're going to get, or one of the biggest.
You're lucky
scandals.
if it comes near the end of the year.
That's true. So Anthem, which is kind of like a bit
EA's
of
new loot
EA's
box,
Destiny is
game.
kind of what it is.
The new transaction simulator.
Yeah, and so prior to Battlefront 2, I was very like, oh, cool. Like, I enjoy Destiny. It is a game I like a lot of. I'd be curious to see what BioWare do in this space. Let's check it out.
Does your prior to Battlefront 2 also include prior to Mass Effect Andromeda?
What I see with Mass Effect Andromeda.
It is a different team, but it's a different
team. Yeah, but I see Mass Effect Andromeda was bad because that team, the kind of the A team was pulled off to work on Andromeda. Sorry, Andromeda.
They're totally different studios.
Yeah. Well, I feel like
I don't think resources were taken from that. I think resources weren't given. I think it's different.
It felt to me a bit like Anthem is what they're putting there. Like, this is our next thing. This is like the thing. But coming after Battlefront 2, and we've seen all the loot boxes, I am in no way expecting them to be in any way sensible or ethical about how they monetize their loot system in Anthem. I think it is going to be disgusting.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Like, even if it's fine, it will be a scandal.
Yeah.
Because EA can't not cause a scandal.
Not now.
Because it will have microtransactions of some sort. It's a microtransaction platform one way or another.
Yeah.
Whether or not they just go, everything's cosmetic or anything, and then it's going to end up being, well, it's like even the Destiny stuff this year. Like, most of the Destiny stuff, like, there have been some problematic ones, but most of them are kind of overblown in what the actual scandal was. But no, that community and their reaction to it, and anything you do, anything that could potentially be done in-game that can also be done for money, as those things are balanced and shifted and everything, is going to cause a scandal every single time.
Did they bring back loot boxes for Battlefront 2?
You can't put real money into it yet.
Okay.
I keep saying yet.
Yeah.
They said yet when they took it out as well.
Eventually, I'm going to buy that game for $20, and I won't care if there's some monetization in there.
Oh, well, how often do we unlock everything in those sort of games anyway? Very rare. I don't care. But I also would kind of like to be able to jump into multiplayer and have a go at Darth Vader.
Can't.
No. Never will. Oh well. Fuck it. I'll just go back and play Jedi Knight 2. Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, not because it was
there's Dark Forces and Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, then Jedi Knight 2, and then Jedi Knight
Academy.
2 Academy, or just said Jedi Knight Academy. I think that was the order. That's some good games.
I don't know.
Yeah, some good Star Wars games back in the old LucasArts days when
they existed.
This puppy's rolling a golf ball around the floor and it's going right up into the audio. They're just having too much fun around our feet. Okay.
Especially Dusty.
Shit, I should pick a game.
Yeah, pick a thing to talk about.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna say a game no longer on my most anticipated list.
Yeah.
So the other day, I put a game on my list called The Red Strings Club. I was very excited because it's by the team that did Gods Will Be Watching. And whilst I didn't love that game, it's amazing art and very evocative. It was just too stressful for me. And so this was more of, like, we keep using the word cyberpunk. I don't think cyberpunk actually goes for most things. I call this cyber noir. Okay. It's a cyber noir game where I didn't know the exact details of it, but you see there's a bartender and it's solving a cyber scandal in the future and stuff. With sort of Guys Will Be Watching art, and then as it's watching the trailer, suddenly, bam! Hey, I know that screen. That's Zen and the Art of Transhumanism, which is a game we did previously on 8.5-bit as a game club. And that's part of this game. I'm like, this game looks really fun. This will be interesting. I really want to check this out. This morning, PR rep said, hey, this game's coming out in a week. Would you like a key? I'm like, I would like a key, please. Because it's a short narrative adventure game. 3 hours later, I had completed it.
Oh, okay.
And now I can sort of...
That's always a hard sell, isn't it?
It's got a... I don't know what the actual cost price will be on it. It's quite replayable, though.
Oh, okay.
But... Yeah, so I whilst I can't give a review, which we don't do anyway, so it doesn't matter, I can't give you a score. I can give impressions of it. So the game is, you play 3 characters. One is the character from Zen and the Art of Transhumanism, which is this pottery-doing robot, which is putting implants into people.
That was always very strange.
And they've extended that little storyline, because that's sort of like... it's that character's like backstory before they get involved in the other characters. They've extended that plot line to do some of the things I wanted that original game to do, which is being able to play with those implants you're putting in people a little bit more, to a very good extent. And I really want to go back and put some different ones into some characters that turn up later in the game to see what happens with that. Because this game, while the club, which is this bar, is called the Red Strings Club, the Red Strings also refers to the line of choices you're making along, and you can literally at any point in the game, because the game starts with the ending, so you know what's going to happen. So at the end of this long line, you see this event, and then you just see the line you're drawing all the way to the event the whole way.
So the idea is you go back and you go down different paths, see what happens.
Yeah, you can clearly see, and it's not even so much choices, because there's the 3 gameplay mechanics. So probably the worst gameplay mechanic is the pottery game from Zen and the Art of Transhumanism, because that's just like a little geometric fun thing. I like doing it, but it's meaningless.
Yeah.
It's like, but majority of the game is played in the bar, where you're the bartender, and it's a bunch of interrogating conversations with people. So it's choosing the right choices and that sort of stuff. But you're serving them drinks. So now we've actually got a genre of like futurist bartending games. We've got Valhalla. We've got coming up Necro Barista. There's quite a few.
It's now a thing. It's the new Battlegrounds.
Because the character, the bartender, is an information broker as well. Yeah. And the things that make sense. It's like, yes, if you want someone that's having interesting conversations with lots of different people and everything, bartender's where you do it. And how does a bartender communicate? Well, they're good at applying the alcohols. So they're basically magicians that do it. So they've got this whole quite physics-based pouring drinks thing,
so
and
you mix it up.
You've got to like move to people's different emotions. Like, oh, I'm gonna make this person really fucking horny. Like, more absence, please.
Okay.
It's quite simple, and it's not overly deep, except once you're talking to people and everything. Quite early in the game, you get access to basically roofies.
Oh, okay.
And that's your undo button. Like, if you're like, it's like, I want to do this conversation again, but like
so you
play
make it
differently.
So
it's like a limited number of roofies.
It's like Arrested Development.
It's like drop it in the drink and like, here you go, and you can like. I actually never used it because I felt because they posed it as an ethical question to use it as well when you get them. So I actually never did it. I actually feel like I played it a little bit like a real wimp. I mean, go back and be a bit harsh. I mean, there are some harsh choices.
That's a change.
In it. Yeah, I mean, I don't go for the nicest, but I also don't go for like there's straight up a point where someone asks you, hey, who do you want to torture? And I said, no, thank you. But like, the game is maybe a little heavy-handed, but in a way that I like. They straight up sit down and ask you straight up ethical questions at certain points. And some of them are story-related, and some of them are just posing you an interesting thing. And that's fun. So I'd say the dialogue is perhaps not the most subtle, but the characters are well drawn and the story is very enjoyable. I mean, I played through it in one sitting. I really had a good time with it. The last character you play is their mechanic was maybe my favorite thing in the game. Is the whole last act is using them, and I can't tell you what it is because like that would be spoiling a big chunk of it. But it's so much fun and there's so many options and like combinations to try, and because at that point you were basically playing with the relationships of all the characters you've made in the game. So it's like, okay, I know this person, and like you get to delve into each of them and see how they interrelate and stuff like that. So it's really cool. It's just really and in the end, there's a little bit of a twist, but this whole time, you're like, there's a little objective list. I didn't get quite everything. There's one I didn't get. I'm pretty sure I know how to do it, but I actually decided not to do that. So I can go back and try this. And as I say, like, I can do some fucking extreme things in this game if I choose to. I'm like, well, maybe
do it again.
go
Do it,
back
man.
and see.
Go back. Do it again.
Yeah, I really want to. And the thing being a short narrative game.
Yeah. Well, it's like 3 hours or so.
Yeah, it took me 3 hours.
I assume you can skip through some dialogue if you've already done it.
Yeah, you can. Well, I mean, there's all like, it's like click to like fill it out and click again.
So
to
you
move
can
to the
get-
next
kinda
one. So you can
get
get
through
through
it pretty quick,
relatively quickly. It's not just like a hold down fast forward. Oh, actually, there is a fast forward button. Never pushed it. So
Okay.
maybe you can go even faster. I really enjoyed my time with it. I'm not sure what the cost is going to be. Devolver Digital's distributing it. It's cute. It's kind of funny. In no scenes in the game can you like walk like an adventure game because there's like single scenes and you're having conversations. Except for the Zen and the Art of Transhumanism
You're
bit,
actually walking around.
because that's what was like when they made that prototype. You could walk in it.
Yeah.
So it's like
Might as well
in
leave
this
it there.
screen you can walk left and right. Like, why? Well, it doesn't matter. Who cares? But yeah, it was one of those things that it plays with the. There's nothing too there are some really good ideas in it. Most of it's like very tropey, but it does actually have some pretty fun ideas.
You
in
got
it.
me interested in it now.
I would actually like to have a more in-depth conversation
Yeah.
at some point in the future if you guys want to have a playthrough it. There's and it's a short game, so it's fun.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of that, do we want to? We mentioned it last episode, but officially say we're going to do Doki Doki.
Hey, I already played the game, so I'm down for this.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
I'll have to play it.
Well, so we just have a conversation at the end of next episode.
Yeah, I'll need to get you to set up your Steam account on my computer again because it's forgotten for some reason.
Well, that's all right. Doki Doki Literature Club is
It's
free.
Free. I like
Yes.
free.
Yep, completely free.
Yes.
Yes.
So you don't need to steal my account.
Can you please though? I miss all those games.
The power, the ultimate power. Okay. So
You can have access to my Anemu games.
I have a surprising amount of anime games which I have not touched.
I don't. What's an anime game?
Anime.
I just say anime
okay.
because I don't know why.
Okay.
It sounds stupid.
Emu, have you got another game you're looking forward to this year?
I had one, but I can't remember what it was. Ni no Kuni.
Oh yeah,
Ni no Kuni too.
Yeah, that was interesting.
After my PAX experience, I liked that there was a bunch of different games in that game, and they
I
seemed
didn't
to
like some of the games.
I only played the one where you like the center thing, and then you've got to rotate all the other.
I liked that
around
one.
you.
Yeah,
That
I
was
really
alright.
disliked
Didn't
that.
like the strategy part.
No.
Strategy, calling it strategy was generous.
Yeah.
Just a little thing. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
It's like the world's
little
most
minigame.
pathetic Pikmin.
It does suffer
I
a
wonder if
little
there'll be a
bit.
new Pikmin on Switch.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've said it before. Pikmin 4 is finished, so surely they'll fucking release it on the
You
Switch.
would hope so.
It'll be for the NX.
The NX, that is the Switch.
I know, but it's the new Switch. The next.
The
Switch.
NZ.
NZ. NY?
Anyway, yeah, Ni no Kuni 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
It's
cool.
disconnected from the first one enough from the look of it that I don't feel like I'll be missing anything if I
I need the first one on Switch. Just to finish it.
see everything on
Everything
Switch.
on Switch.
Yeah.
Yes, we're Switch bitches.
What else on the thing?
We've got a lot of things.
Yeah,
in my
a whole
thing.
bunch of stuff.
Lost Sphere looks alright. That's coming out in a few days.
I'm actually not too interested in Lost Sphere. I'm much more interested in Octopath Traveler, which is another
Yeah.
one that's
They both
it's
look okay.
apparently meant to be out this year, but it still doesn't have a title yet. So
Octopath.
yeah.
Well, I assume Project Octopath Traveler will become Octopath Traveler.
Maybe, yeah, could be. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one after playing the demo once and not liking it, and then giving it another go and then liking it.
I really need to get around to playing
Yeah.
this demo.
You picked the wrong character.
I did
to play
pick
your
the
first
wrong
demo.
character, and then I played the second character, the
Will I
female
play
character.
boring soldier or will I play exotic dancer?
Exotic dancer
You'll
was
know
the-
exotic dancer every time.
Yeah.
It's like Ghostbusters. If someone asks if you're a god,
Yeah,
say
you
yes.
say yes.
if someone asks if you're an exotic dancer,
You
say
say
yes. And then Lost Sphere. Lost Sphere is I am
Setsuna's
Yeah.
kind of follow up to
not
it.
quite as humorless.
Yeah, but I think I haven't seen enough of it to convince me that it's going to have enough lightness, enough brevity in there.
I've come to feel that whenever there's something like it's like Chrono Trigger, and then it comes out like because that was it's
Yeah.
it's supposed to be this is like Chrono Trigger. I go like You don't know why we like Chrono
Yeah,
Trigger,
yeah,
do you?
yeah. Like this,
You really don't get it.
You mean the combat is a little bit like it? Like, yeah, sure, but I was never there.
Yeah,
with
whilst
Chrono Trigger.
I like Chrono
It
Trigger's
was-
combat,
it was fine.
It is not why I go to
No.
Chrono Trigger. Oh, well, you can do team attacks.
Like,
And I'm
that's
I'm like, that's-
You remember the start of Chrono Trigger when you're in the fair and you're
Yes.
exploring the fair and having good times?
and then all those things come back to you when you're in the courtroom.
Yeah.
So good.
Because it's a well-designed, smart game.
It's a very good game.
Yeah,
I need to get around to trying to play that again.
you really do. It's an amazing
Chrono
game.
Trigger is
Yeah.
top quality exocycle, as we say.
In bold.
James, even though you talked about Octopath Traveler, then I'll give you another one.
Another one. I'm looking forward to Jurassic Park Evolution this year.
Ooh, I am, but with one caveat.
Yeah.
As long as you can do like original Jurassic Park shit, you just don't have to use that fucking sphere place because the place sucks.
I don't know, but yeah, we'll be
I
interesting
mean,
to see.
it is called Jurassic World Evolution, so
Yeah,
chances
so-
are we are stuck with shitty
Yeah, but
modern
I wouldn't be
Jurassic Park.
surprised if there was some DLC or something like that that let you kind of do old school.
Well, it's the
Jurassic
Planet
Park.
Coaster team.
Yeah, so the Planet Coaster team. I haven't played a kind of builder strategy game in a while.
As long as it's not explicitly disallowed, they will definitely allow Steam Workshop support.
Yeah, well, as soon as I have
as long
that,
as the
then-
license doesn't say no,
Yeah,
they will put that in, and then we can get classic Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
and we can fucking throw those spheres off a cliff like
Yeah.
they are in the new movie, which apparently they do with the script as well, because that new movie looks like Rancid Anus.
There's a new movie?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's called Jurassic Park. Please give us some money, bitches.
Lost Kingdom, or
And they
Fallen
will.
Kingdom, something like that. I don't know.
I am really hoping it bombs, unless it's a secret good movie.
Yeah,
Which
yeah. I mean,
it could be. I very much doubt
I enjoyed Jurassic World.
I remember in high school, there was a nice kid, very, very quiet. He'd spend most of our IT lessons looking at releases for, I think it was King Kong, Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World, and what was the third one? What's the big dinosaur kaiju thing?
Godzilla.
Yes, that one. And
He
yeah,
is a big dinosaur.
yeah, that one. And yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if he was disappointed when that came out. Was I still in high school then?
Oh,
I don't even know.
last.
No, I wasn't.
No.
Yeah,
Those
because
were
every
last
lesson
year,
he
aren't
was
they?
looking at those pages,
Tell you
waiting
what.
for the next movies to come out.
I quite liked Kong Skull Island.
I haven't seen it.
It's surprisingly good. But I found out that they made Kong bigger than he was traditionally, so that eventually they can do Kong vs Godzilla,
Oh, really?
and he'd be the right size.
Okay, I'm down for that.
It's like, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, surprised that this movie wasn't terrible. Or
Godzilla's better.
Well,
I
he
forgot
can-
about his name, and he shoots blue things out of his mouth.
Yeah, but Godzilla's our friend. I mean, Kong's our friend.
I thought they were
Godzilla
both our
is-
friend.
Yeah, Godzilla's the one who ran away all the big other
Yeah,
dinosaur
I think
things.
they're both.
Only because he's a territorial jerk.
It's gonna be like Batman vs Superman.
Oh, it was exactly like Batman.
Yeah, that's right. And it's gonna be Martha.
It's the same script, yeah.
Martha!
Why is he a room? That's my Kong impression, I guess.
That works.
Man, Batman vs Superman.
tiny
What a load of it.
arms.
Have anyone seen Justice League?
Nope.
No.
I've been drunk enough.
I'm really looking forward to extended directors coming out on DVD so I can watch it with drunken people. It'll be amazing.
I'll watch it with you, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, so other games coming out. What's on my list? Ooh, okay. Let us talk about games that we haven't necessarily spoken about too much recently. I do talk about things quite a lot. You know what? 12 minutes I put on my list, and then I went and looked up its status, and I don't think it's coming out this year.
I don't know. What's 12 minutes?
12 minutes is a game with a man stuck in a time loop for 12 minutes.
Nice.
You know how I love time loop games. I have
Yes.
several of them on this list, actually.
Yes.
Including the game Minute, which is in 1 minute time loop, which is very excited about because that's an epic. It's like great. But this is like, it's like a thriller mystery stuck in this 12-minute loop. And I think it was first seen in 2012.
Okay, that's going a while.
And I went there and there was an update on the page which had like timelines of it. It's like story 90, design 90, and then everything else was much lower than 90%.
And when it comes to listing percentage, this is not an equal amount of effort through all.
Yeah.
The classic thing is 20% of the work takes 80% of the time, and that holds true for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So when someone says, "Oh, it's 90% done," like, no.
But we're 50% time. So maybe this year this game will release sometime in 2020.
Maybe.
It may be slightly dated by then, but we'll see.
never
Anyway,
know.
12 minutes is I loved time loop stuff. I
Yeah.
love it. Even today when we were talking about the Red Strings Club and everything, it's like, oh yeah, I want to go back and
It's kind of like a small narrative experience, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
kind of like a time loop thing.
yeah, small narrative experiences that you can explore the fringes of.
Yeah.
That's what I really enjoy. More of that, but I don't know if I'm going to get to do 12 minutes. Oh,
Will he have 12 minutes?
okay.
Ever.
Amy, anything else?
I'm just going to stare at Jane's list. Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah, that's out January 26th. That one.
With terrible, terrible news for
Yeah.
the PC version. It's coming like 6-7 months
Yeah,
after console
I'm
now.
getting on PS4.
When I spoke to a rep, at
Oh,
PAX,
yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
which obviously they were very in with the dev
What?
team because they were at PAX Australia,
Yes.
and we all know that most of the dev team
they
is
send
here.
the most
Oh,
connected
yes.
people.
Yes, they said, "Oh, it might be 2 weeks." I'm like, "Wow, that's great."
Yeah.
Well, fuck you, rep.
Yeah.
Gonna kill you next
Hey,
year.
it-
No,
it-
that's
it-
fine.
Be nice to the rep. I feel bad for him.
It was a lady.
I feel
Who's the
mad for her.
sexist now?
You feel mad for her? Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she was given incorrect information to share with
Could
me,
have been.
the hardcore press that I am.
We've got business cards and everything.
It's true. And
gave them to my
and I
old
was
boss.
wearing a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Which they force you to do a PAX. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
I really want
Just
a
say you're
Nintendo
cosplaying,
Switch
not
one.
wearing a shirt. That's your thing. What are you cosplaying? Being shirtless.
Oh, it's true.
What are they going to say? You're gonna shirtless shame me?
I'm not
No,
allowed to
sir.
do that. It's against the rules.
Look, can we... Because we were joking before the show that we should release a game on Steam called PUBG.
Yes.
Don't tell them our secret.
Which was what it was
Hey.
a pub rapper. I think.
Pub,
it was a-
it's a
Tapper.
pub rapper. And remember, Amy, ideas are worthless. So... But if we make the main character just me without a shirt...
Then you get in. There's
I can
cosplay
cosplay
right
him
there.
everywhere.
There we go.
Actually, you know what? I do rather being without pants. I like underpants.
Yeah, yeah.
I like shirt, underpants, no trousers or shorts.
Yeah.
I wear boxer briefs, so I consider them like shorts.
They're kind of short-ish.
So cosplay
They
that.
are
Yeah,
Comfy.
there you go. Done. That's how you can do it, buddy.
Sweet. Let's just
Go
make
back
it-
and talk to that
what,
rep.
What do you want to wear at PAX?
I wish. You remember that elephant rhino shirt?
Oh yeah.
Maybe? I think I actually still have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's full of holes.
Well, that just shows that you loved it.
Yeah.
Well, Moss did.
Yeah.
Either way,
I'd
it
like
was
to
well
wear that.
loved.
That's a good shirt.
I'm pretty sure you can just wear shirts. That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's it.
I want to find a way to.
I don't have any grand like dreams of what to wear at PAX.
Oh, you don't just want to be painted in latex?
How about what I'm wearing now, but in paint?
That'll be good.
Yeah, just that.
And Amy?
I really want to figure out where I can how I can make a copy of the Witch Mercy cosplayer. So she was so cute.
She was alright.
Yeah, I wish I could copy it and look cool.
Wish I could look cool.
Yeah.
Was that your eat?
Yeah.
Was that your eat the mic?
I got
Yes.
tips for both of you.
Yeah.
You notice how your microphones are not at the edge of the table?
Oh yeah, I'll put it there. There we
Yeah.
go. How's that, buddy?
There you go.
How about
Potential
this?
problem solved.
I can lean back now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
What else we got coming?
Good stuff. Other stuff. Well, it's
God of War.
your
We're
turn now.
getting God of War
Is
out.
God of War on your excited list?
Yeah, like it's. I enjoy God of War. It
They
is
were
a-
talking this year that next up they may do Mayan or Egyptian things after
Yeah,
this
well,
one.
Kratos has killed all the gods.
I think maybe they should make sure this one doesn't suck before
Yeah. Well,
they
this-
plan the next.
Because this one's going to be a
kill.
little bit different in tone. It's going to have your son, and it's going to be a bit more of a restrained Kratos.
I am feeling very skeptical about this game.
I like that the kid is being used a little bit like Hellblade.
How sounds that?
In that
Hellblade-ish?
the kid will call out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be like, look above, hey, behind you, all those kinds of things. And it looks like it works pretty well.
What if he starts doing pranks?
He could do. He looks like he's very plucky though. He's pluckier than I was expecting, that kid. But I don't know, like I enjoy action combat power fantasies, and that's kind of what this thing fits into.
Yeah.
And
You know what I actually worry about the most?
Yeah.
I worry it'll suffer like Uncharted's, where they go like, this is a prestige title. This needs to be like 20, 25 hours long. And like it may justify that, and it may not do that. But that's almost my biggest worry, that they're going to overextend what it is.
Well, yeah, like I don't think I've never finished a God of War game. No, that's not true. The one I have finished was the PSP one.
Yeah.
And I think it was about 6 to 8 hours long.
Yeah.
Or so. It was a nice little experience that I played through and I enjoyed. The problem I've had with all the other God of War games, I've enjoyed them for about 10 hours. And then I'm like, meh, I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
So it could have a similar problem. But this one looks like it's...
They're certainly going for something different.
Puppies.
Yeah. Dogs are getting all
Puppies
excited.
won't stop them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Daddy's got to get involved.
Go on, boys.
Yeah.
They'll get back to that because I haven't actually separated them. They'll stop for now. Hello, boys. Good boy.
Good puppies.
Oh, I've got a little Dusty. Hey, Dusty, how about you come on camera?
Hey. Is he coming?
He's like, what's happening?
What's going on? What's the thing? Oh, there he is.
Hey, little Dusty.
Hey, buddy. There he
puppy.
is. Can pet the puppy.
The little adopted boy. That's
He's-
right. You're
he's
not
a
my
bully.
biological son.
He's a bully though. He's always bullying Toasty.
Toast is a sub.
He needs.
He actually likes it.
He needs
Yeah,
to. He needs
I
to
guess.
man up.
Yeah. Toast is bigger and stronger. Dusty's just scrappier.
Yeah.
He's more aggressive.
Could be better in a brawl, wouldn't you, buddy?
My little pop friend. My lips. My lips taste like Smackos.
He's whimpering.
It's
He's
nice.
got that noise.
That's because he's getting so many
He
pets.
loves it. He loves a head pat.
Mhm.
He loves to
He's
get
really
the
getting into
tunnel.
that.
He doesn't have a thing in his mouth at the moment. What's happening?
He swallowed the rubber.
He doesn't have a thing in his mouth. He swallowed the rubber.
Great work, James.
8.5 bit.
Keeping it
2018.
classy. Keeping it classy.
Okay,
All
let's
right, what
talk-
else we got coming?
Okay, exciting games, man. So games that I'm just looking forward to generally.
Yeah.
And that'll always be Shadow of the Colossus is out this year, which we've mentioned before, I didn't realize was a full remake.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Not an HD remaster. It's a remake.
and so it's bloody great.
Yep.
We got Vampyr, which is Don't Nods.
Yep.
New game, open world vampire RPG.
Nodding.
Which will be very exciting. Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Yes.
New Ori game. That should be beautiful and great.
Yes.
Minute, which I already mentioned. Donut County, which we've covered a little bit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a big
You
one.
played a bunch of that one.
Probably a game that I've actually been following for a little while that I am looking forward to a lot is a small game called Wandersong. And this is just, I think papercraft would be correct way of describing the art style. Very flat. You're just like this happy singing fellow going on a merry journey. And it's a platformer, but the right stick is you singing. So basically,
cute.
it's a radial menu.
Yeah.
So while you're pushing it out, you're just it's just, So there's a lot of tying in music in the back of the game world and everything, but they just use that singing for lots of things. So at a very basic,
It's like Loom.
you're on a boat, for instance, and so everyone's singing a sea shanty, and the direction you sing the sea shanty just does the direction of the boat. Like it's just easy. Like
nice.
nothing fancy for that, but then also be like using like color combat against a ghost. So you're singing a song against the ghost, which is actually matching colors and stuff like that. They just seem to be using it in lots and lots of inventive ways, and like just a very silly but charming story with it. It's just one of those games. I believe it's coming to Switch now as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I have been looking forward to it for a while. It just looks joyous, and
Everything
I do like.
should be on Switch.
I do like a game that lets you play with the soundtrack. So I just imagine it's the kind of game that you're just running along a field to the next objective, and you know what? I'll have a bit of a sing.
Well, they kind of like blends into being a toy and a game.
Yeah. Because that's what I like with The Artful Escape of Francis has a last name. I think
Winterbottom.
they just call it it's The Artful Escape now.
Ferdinand?
No.
That's
That's a real person. Or Frank Ferdinand.
Yeah.
But he, when I was talking to the lead developer of that, like a lot of design of that, yes, it's a pretty platformer, and yes, you do these boss battles and everything, but you can just pull out the guitar at any time.
Just kind of mess around with it.
And mess around with it. And that's when I was playing the demo, I just did a lot of that. I'm like, hey, everything's in key. It's like, we made sure it's all in key with the background music, so you can just fuck around.
That's
it's
cool.
Like, yep. If I like a toy mixed in with my game, I like to be able to put a little personalized touch in it. Oh,
like the menus in Splatoon 2.
Yes.
oh yes,
Those are fun.
yeah. I always screw around with the music.
I
in
do
that,
miss
yeah.
the
Or
the jumper squid thing though.
or the blades in the original Xbox. I mean, they slightly different tones.
Yes.
They were good.
Yeah, so I'd
They
try
were
to play
good.
little songs using the blades.
Okay, so are there anything striking you from a list or your brain, Amy?
Yeah, so
Your name is not Amy James.
I thought you said
Did
it.
I say Jamie? No. Shut the fuck up and let the lady talk.
You go.
Are you going to mansplain her how to read from a
So,
fucking list?
Amy, if you just want to pick from the list,
Don't pick from his list. His list is for bitches.
So the idea is you pick the thing that you're looking forward to.
No, I don't have anything, Paul.
Okay, I'll pick for James. I think
Thanks.
James wants to talk about Starlink.
I do. I know what Starlink is.
Do you really? Have you really forgotten?
Yes.
Starlink is your favorite game. It's the Ubisoft spaceship game where you have to put toys on your
I
controller.
remember that one now. I'm gonna buy so many toys to go on my controller,
Oh man, like okay,
and I'm gonna swap them out when I want different weapons.
I'm pitching it now. Starlink will come out. It'll probably be a digital only title, and they'll take away all the toys for live shit.
Yes,
Because
it's a dumb idea.
It's been
Yeah.
done.
It's
It's not.
not like that.
No, it's been
Partly
done.
because that's stupid.
It's-
It's like literally, if you need to change guns, you need to switch to
Yeah.
guns.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I need to get in some machine guns. Oh no, it fell between the cushions on my couch. better go dig that out. Oh
tell you
no,
what,
the dog ate it.
there could
Guess
be-
I have to wait for it to poop.
I reckon there could be a good challenge to that if you do that right. Like last night, we had a band rehearsal.
Yep.
And there was a song that I really wanted to use my weird cigar box guitar for, but only for one part of it. But I've only got one guitar strap, and so I had 4 bars to do a guitar swap. Like, this is kind of a fun game.
You reckon there's a game there?
Yeah. I had to like go out, put it down, switch the cable over. I got it just in time.
Yeah.
You know what?
It was satisfying.
Yeah, I might make this change 6 times during the song now. This will be good fun.
Oh well, unless they're the scale like as good as Amiibo, there's no point to the
One of my
toys.
Animal Crossing amiibos doesn't scan properly.
Take it back.
Take them all back. Fuck this.
Can I have the Isabel one?
I don't
It's
know.
the
who
yellow
Isabel
dog.
is. Nah.
No, you can't.
She's a hot bitch.
She is.
Once she lets those ears down, you know, it's going to get rough. Okay, James, you have an actual pick for something from this year.
I was just gonna, all right, pick another one. Vermintide 2.
I heard that was
Warhammer
coming out.
Vermintide 2. So they're moving. It's sort of like a very Left 4 Dead kind of game, except with Warhammer, kind of classic Warhammer. The first one was mainly fighting the Skaven, so fighting rat people. Has a
So wait, the second one's not fighting rat people?
it is
Because it's called Vermintide.
there is so it's still you are still
Vermin.
fighting the Vermintide, but they're also adding in chaos and kind of some more other enemies. So I'm
It's just left for rats, isn't it?
yeah, well, pretty much with more melee combat, more
Or
of a-
Rats
yeah.
for Dead,
and
is
also
that
the
better?
Warhammer universe,
Or left
which,
rats dead.
if you like,
Rats Left Dead.
Left for Ratus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ratus is the leader of the crew.
Yeah, they go. Happy you picked that up.
Why isn't there what were they even called?
What was it called? Was it
Rascals?
Like rat bags or
No, it's Rascals.
was this Rascals?
Was it?
Is it Rascals TV or something like that?
Yeah.
They had like a pirate radio station.
Why don't they make a game of that?
I think there was some controversy on it recently about it, like what they were doing was illegal or something.
There's controversy on everything
Yeah,
lately.
it was like couldn't show up because it's depicting illegal activities or something like that.
Yeah.
There's,
something like that.
Recently, people were complaining about H&M because they put a black kid in a sweater different
Oh,
to everyone else's.
no,
that's like especially some of that's just a straight up slur.
Yeah, no. Like a situation like that, I doubt anyone went in deliberately doing it.
No.
Yeah.
But your job in marketing is to not do those kinds of things.
Yeah,
I guess.
it was. Yeah,
You have-
I would. That one is one where it's like, yeah, that was a pretty stupid move.
Yeah.
I must be just very pure then.
That's the thing. It's like,
I
especially
just
because I
don't-
saw a lot of people in Australia commenting about it. It's like, yeah, that's just straight up like saying the N word in some places.
Yeah. It's like, I'm sure it came from a very like naive place.
It's not even all of the states, but in some parts of
Yeah.
the states.
Yeah.
It's
well.
Yeah.
It's,
I don't need to go into variations of racial slurs, but no, that's a straight up racial slur.
No, you don't. I didn't think it was. Oh well.
Yes, well, that's the thing. It's like, and that's probably everyone involved didn't really think it was either. And that shirt will be fine in almost every context.
Yep.
Except for that one specific one.
Yep.
Anyway,
well.
then, as I say, I think it's a forgivable thing. It's not done with malice.
No, this is more incompetence.
Yeah. Oh, it's just lack of insight sometimes. That's the thing. It's like never draw up to malice what can be explained by incompetence.
I'm always a fan of cock up before conspiracy.
Yeah. Most people aren't terrible. Yeah. Well, actually, no. They are in different ways, though. Like you.
Oh, I'm terrible in
You're
many
a real
ways.
shit.
Yeah.
So I've got a list of fun games here.
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts 3, Death Stranding, Metroid Prime 4, Beyond Good and Evil 2, and Psychonauts 2. The category of this list is...
Stuff that won't be out next year.
That's no, this year. Maybe
No,
out
it's
next
this
year.
year.
What about Spyro Trilogy?
That will be out
Woo!
never.
Well, yeah, I can put that on there because, yes, that will not be out this year.
Yeah, they were...
Along with all of Amy's dreams.
Yeah, hopes and
Yeah.
dreams. Oh,
As
Ashen,
at least these are explained.
Ashen this year.
Yes,
Looking
Ashen
forward
will
to
be out.
Ashen. We played a bunch of Ashen at
I
PAX.
keep thinking about Ashen's the YouTuber because I've been watching a lot of his stuff lately. He's the one who he goes to $2 stores.
You still kind of, even if you explain it, I won't know who it is.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
It's like, I know, like, he's a YouTuber. Oh, no, actually, no. If you just say he's the one that, just take that line, just go, he goes to $2 stores, and what does he do there?
He just buys junk and reviews it.
Okay.
It's sometimes entertaining. That's
Good.
I know we're on YouTube, but I don't get YouTube.
So, I don't have too much YouTube that I subscribe to and watch. But there's...
But you have one that will make me angry, right?
No, but I was
Come
wondering...
on, just make one up, please.
I was wondering today, because one of the things I use YouTube for is going to sleep.
Uh-huh.
So like, I need to get to sleep, and I listen...
Is it just those, like, frozen Spider-Man pregnancy
Oh,
things?
no.
No. This is great. This is even better.
Because that's what I want to watch.
There's a guy...
I was watching a analysis thing on that today. I don't know why I was doing it, but
Oh, I actually saw a thing on the history of it once myself. It's crazy.
it's insane.
It's a wild world. So yes, so you're
Go on.
frozen
So-
pregnancy fetish. Yes,
So
continue.
there's a guy who really likes Destiny 2 lore, right?
Oh, is this the guy that you're watching gun reviews and everything with?
No, this is a different guy.
Oh, different
This
guy,
is
okay.
this is a guy who, what he does is he goes through all of the kind of backstory of Destiny, through all the grimoire stuff, like reading all the lore tabs, and he dissects it into like 15 minutes of explaining
Oh,
something,
nice.
which I enjoy because there's actually quite a good story in Destiny. It's an interesting universe. It's just really poorly explained.
And it makes you want to have to read it.
But the main reason I listen/watch this guy is to go to sleep, because he's got a very docile tone, and he's saying nothing terribly exciting.
You need the Dark Souls lore. There's a few guys that do
I
it,
have
and
actually
they're
been thinking
nearly
of it.
all good.
Yeah, I think it's very similar to that. Like it's
Maybe it is one of those guys.
yeah. And he was asking for feedback the other day in one of his things, and I thought about I should give him some feedback. But the only feedback I really have is I like your stuff, but I use it to go to sleep. And I wasn't quite sure how to frame that in a way that didn't sound like I just think you're boring, because it's because I think he's good at what he does.
Yeah.
You know, like he's got a very smooth delivery.
No,
and
your grade, Destiny's boring.
there we go. But I think if he said that, he'd be sad because this guy really likes
loves Destiny.
He really gets into it.
Yeah, James really likes Destiny too.
I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should play it
It's a good game.
one
You
day when
can
I get
use the
cheap.
Eye of Osiris. That's a thing, isn't it?
Probably.
That was that gun that was
No,
over.
it's Prometheus lens.
Fuck you.
And that's been nerfed now. No one uses it anymore.
Well, the Eye of Osiris was probably in Assassin's Creed Origins.
It's always
then.
about getting Uriel's gift, which I've
It
got on
actually
PS4.
probably was.
But I can't get it on PC.
Could
I
you
try
get
so hard.
Ursula's gift?
There's Ursula's gift. It's a gift of taking my voice.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then having your legs so painful you can't stand up and turn to sea foam at the end.
Oh yeah, that too. That's not a good gift. It's a shitty gift. I don't want that gift.
I'd play with Seaphone James.
Seafoam James.
He is a bit.
Just toss it in the air. Okay.
No, James, get back here.
Okay, other fun things on a list.
Bard's Tale 4. Which
But-
I actually don't know if I give a shit about or not. We get a new Bard's Tale.
I just haven't seen enough of it to know if it's a game or not yet.
I haven't ever played Bard's Tale. I played the remake of the first one years ago. But I had a good sense of humor. Well, no. It had a terrible sense of humor to it. But it was the idea of having playing a game where you are a bard retelling their adventures is kind of a cool premise. So I'm curious to see what comes out of this one. There's just been very little that we've seen recently.
Okay,
It's apparently meant to be out this year.
I've got a new game.
Yep.
Because we've got a big list of stuff. And we don't need to mention everything. But I'm
No.
going to do it anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a game.
Yep.
Hit or shit.
Okay.
Is it going to turn out well? And we just get a vote on each one. And then we get to compare end of the year. So we'll mention a couple of ones that we've already done as well. Anthem.
Well, shit.
Okay. I'll go S's for shit.
Yeah.
Okay. A Biomutant. How's that
What's
going
that?
to turn out? That is the you playing like a little raccoon guy, open world, crazy sci-fi world thing. I think it's, I don't know, ex Ubisoft guys.
I'm
Maybe good.
I'm gonna say hit.
Yeah.
I'm going hit.
Okay.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, what's Paul gonna say?
Sorry.
It sounded like some lady. Yeah, at least.
I'm just going to pause the show for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Brief hiatus because we thought someone was being murdered, but my wife was just watching Girl Interrupted.
More like podcast interrupted. Am I right?
Woo!
Am I right? Yeah,
I
baby.
peaked my own audio. Okay. Okay. Big one. Darksiders 3. Because what they showed so far was shit, but they showed it so very early.
I'm gonna say shit.
Is there like a?
No, you got to make a binary choice.
Poop.
Okay, I'm going to be optimistic and say
All right.
hit. Okay, Detroit Become Human.
Oh shit.
Are we feeling good?
I don't know what it is.
That's David Cage's new game.
Oh, that
It's
one.
gonna have so many
Poop.
emotions.
Oh, I am going to love it. I'm hitting on this one. You know, I'm going to prove here that I'm the more optimistic of the three of us. This is what we're going to do.
Yes, you are.
Okay, Dreams, the Media Molecule game where we get to mold things out of clay and make. It's a game maker, but it's also a modeler and it's playing through dreamscapes.
I like Media Molecule, and it sounds like it's going to be fun with clay and
Okay.
stuff. But I don't know if I'll be able to play it 'cause it sounds like PS4, maybe.
I like content creation things, so I'm gonna say hit.
Okay, well. No, I reckon it'll be fine. Well, we already mentioned God of War.
I think
You're
it's gonna
feeling,
be, I
you're
think
feeling
positive,
good?
feeling good.
Amy?
I'll just say yeah, just because I don't really care for the series.
I am feeling negative on that one.
Yep.
I just got a feel. I got a
Good
feel.
feel. It's the feels.
Oh, okay. Like the biggest one this year, and we don't have anything to say about it, so I guess it can just go in this section. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, hit.
Yeah,
Well,
people are gonna like
I
that.
think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good video game.
It's
I think,
Rockstar.
I think we're
Yeah.
all pretty
Yeah.
unanimous on that.
Yeah.
But what if it's nothing but Shark Club cards?
Oh, then I won't understand how it works and won't play it.
Okay. Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Hit. No shit. No.
That's
I
not-
want to like it. I want to like
it's not going on our list. It
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Aw.
Oh, fuck, why not? Will Shenmue 3 be good?
No.
Well,
no.
what?
Shenmue 3.
No, it's gonna be shit.
It's gonna be overhyped, but I want to like it.
It's gonna have nowhere near the
Look,
budget to make it good.
As a big fan of Shenmue, and someone that recognizes what Shenmue is,
Yes.
it's gonna be shit. But I hope it somehow amazes me. Okay, stuff here, blah 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 blah.
New Spider-Man. Insomniac
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I reckon it's gonna be a hit.
Yeah, I think
Can't
it'll
be
be
too
fine.
bad.
I think
Yeah.
good team, good
It's platinum.
license.
Okay, so no, that's just a game. That's a game I just want to play at some point. I saw a game called Laser League when I was looking
What's
at
Laser
games.
League?
Laser League's just, I think it's primarily just a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
But it's 2v2 like sports game, and you just if you touch a thing on the ground, it turns into a laser, which you can
Okay.
walk through, but the enemies can't.
Okay.
And it just gets more and more complex as more different moving things get on the field and everything. It looks like a really, really good couch multiplayer game with a little bit of a twist to it. Basically, also like it's getting when you get the other team out, you have to get both people out on the team. Which means if you got knocked out, the other person can go revive the other person, but it means that person's not making more lasers.
Okay.
So, it's like a really, really simple, like it's a Tron style art style.
Pretty.
It's like, yeah, we'll get this one. We'll
Okay.
play this one. Laser
Interesting.
League. I think it's going to be a medium success.
you don't get medium ball.
Yeah, I'm not allowed medium. You're not allowed
we-
Oh,
medium.
no. This wasn't a hit or shit. This isn't
Oh.
big enough to have opinions on. This is just like, I liked this.
Yeah.
This looked interesting. So, how do we think Wet Arm's going to turn out? Wet Arm is the new game by the Katamari Damacy creator. It's about hiding bombs under hats or something.
That sounds like fun.
His last big game was Nubby Nubby Boy.
Yeah,
though,
that's what I'm thinking.
Which I don't know if I really call a game.
I would say that was a bit shit. Look, I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt and say hit.
And Amy just likes the hats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a decent set. Oh, okay. Here, I've got 3 on the special list of mine, which is games I don't really care about.
Okay, yeah.
Metal Gear Survive. You know, it's looking better and better every time I see it.
I think Metal Gear Solid 5 multiplayer would have been amazing. Like, it's so... Like, open world multiplayer, I would have loved it. I'm going to say hit. I think that there is the pieces in that
But do you
engine.
think we could really enjoy a co-op zombie game?
I don't know. Yeah, like, I know it would be a stretch for us to enjoy any kind of co-op zombie game.
For a second, I thought you weren't getting it.
Look, I'm going to say hit. I'm getting more and more optimistic about what they could do
Amy?
with it.
Shit or hit?
Poop.
Shit it is. And for me, it will be shit. Even if it was good.
I will forever be the Metal Gear apologist.
I started phasing out when James was talking. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say hit.
I don't know.
Thieves?
I haven't played it, but I've done hit.
It didn't sound like... I don't know. It sounds good, but not...
Like, I guarantee it will be fun to play with friends.
Yep.
But... No, I was going to say so is jerking off into a Sayo. But so is almost anything.
Yes.
From what I've played in the beta,
Yeah.
I thought it was really badly put together. Now, it's not that wasn't final. Apparently, a much more robust beta is starting into this month. Mm-hmm. But man, like just like the quest tracking and just actually doing anything fun was totally absent from the game when I played it last.
I'll be optimistic.
Yeah.
It is pirates, though.
Okay. Super Meat Boy Forever. Not a big game.
I think it's going to be a hit. Yeah. I think that
it's not Mugenics, but it should be good.
I enjoy the platforming in Super Meat Boy. It's going to be that in fast, quick iteration.
It's a runner.
Yeah, I don't mind runners.
Not made by G Meat.
It's not? Okay.
It could still be good.
No.
Oh, that's it? Shit, okay.
Yeah, it's not Mugenics, though, as well.
I think it's going to do well.
It looks like it's got ugly art.
Okay.
You're an ugly art. No, you're fine. You're beautiful.
No, you keep going.
It's not Mugenics.
It's okay, Seafoam James. Okay. I wouldn't
float into the distance.
I just like to criticize you. I don't mean it.
I want Mugenics.
Okay. Other things that... I don't know if I have anything else worth having a hit
what about
shit
GTFO?
About. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it.
So we know it's Payday devs, which have some good ideas.
Yeah, it's Payday in like a was it like Stranger Things thing? We did the what's it called? The underside?
The upside down.
Yeah.
Upside down, like being in the upside down crossed with Alien.
Yeah, and there's something
like
like a warden. I don't know if you're like your prisoners or something like that. So I'm not 100% sure what. Anyway,
sorry.
Yeah, I think it's like horror, sci-fi, co-op with not really aliens, but kind of like more like necromorph kind of things.
I think it sounds fun.
Not aliens, but necromorph.
You know, where they're like part human, part you know what I mean. Kind of something like that. I think. Like I enjoy Payday, except for the part that it's a zombie shooter with cops.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of
maybe we should have just modded Payday so it's like a world of zombies.
Yeah, I would have liked that more.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, you've triggered the zombies.
Yeah, it's like, how about we need to break into this shopping center,
this graveyard
to get the supplies, and if the alarm goes off, then
to get the amulet of Kazaa.
Oh, now it's talking.
Oh, that'd be pretty good.
Game of the year.
Yeah, and LimeWire.
What?
Kazaa.
like okay.
What a Napstar. The emblems of old. On Nintendo.
Yes.
Now, there's apparently supposed to be a Nintendo Direct this month, which I'm very much hoping shows their
Animal
guide for the year.
Crossing?
Maybe. But I mean, I have come to the realization that I don't give a flying shit about Animal Crossing.
You don't, but I do. So
you should play the mobile game more.
No, you shouldn't.
It was okay.
I think it was the third worst game on my Game of the Year list.
It was something like that.
Yeah. They got the new Kirby and the new Yoshi, both of which look very solid, but neither look like amazing to me. Like they both look like solid entries, and I'm really hoping for some things to really excite me this year.
I would really like some Super Mario Builder. on the Switch.
I really want Super Mario Odyssey.
You want? Well, yeah, I'm
Maybe Super Luigi Odyssey.
I don't have a good idea of what the 2018
DLC.
roadmap is. So for Nintendo,
And that's the thing, like we were mentioning earlier in the show, it's like we didn't know what the 2017 roadmap was until 2017.
yeah.
Well,
I guess we've got Metroid on there somewhere.
The Switch is now the fastest selling console of all time in the US.
Cool.
Yep, outpacing the Wii.
Wow.
Yep,
Christmas did well for them.
Yes, they are projecting another 20 million sales this next year.
Wow.
So I don't think they'll be slowing down.
If they can make enough for the US.
From what I hear, supply is not that much of a problem anymore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Now that
I just wish I could find some of the Guardian amiibos in
yes,
stores.
I don't think any of them are still around, but maybe they'll do a reprint at some
I
point.
should have jumped on them.
I looked at them, but all four of them were it's like $100, and I just couldn't justify it.
I've decided I could settle. Sam wants Mifa, so I could settle for having Mifa as not exactly mine, but able to look at her on a weekly basis, and then just own a Vossa.
I got some bitchin' costumes from scanning them into my game. No, you can't use mine.
God damn it! Only I may scan them.
Only I may amiibo. Me amiibo. Be amiibo. I don't know. What am I doing?
I know where you're going, buddy.
Okay.
And again, Rivali is really, really cool.
I don't know any of their names.
They're just good designs.
They are.
They look fun.
He is a bird with a bow.
Okay. I'm hoping we at least see more of No More Heroes this year.
Oh, yes.
Travis Strikes Again, or whatever it is. Which I'm hoping is a little bit similar to UFO 50, which is that 50 games made by it's the Splunky guy. What the hell's his name?
I don't know his name, but
Derek.
it's like a collection of 50 games, is it?
Yeah. It's an old school collection of like 16-bit.
There better be some motherfucking meta running through that thing.
I'm really hoping there is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, all the games, they're not like mini game size. They're like, this is an hour-long game.
Okay.
I'm like, that's ambitious.
Yeah.
That's like, these are like, they're not so small that they're just like a game jam thing,
Yeah.
but they're also not so big that they're a full game, but there are 50 of them in this package. I think there's like 4 devs working on it.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, the art's cheap.
Yeah.
And you're emulating things, but you're also still trying to be unique with each single game. This is crazy.
All right.
I want it. It'll be good. And also Splunky 2 is apparently this year.
Okay.
Splunky.
Although, I mean, even with all the love that Splunky always gets, I still never became addicted to it or anything.
I didn't really get into it so much.
Binding of Isaac for me, baby.
Yes.
And other cult follow-up, I'm still really looking forward to The Hex, which I looked up and there isn't really any more info on yet. That's the follow-up from the developer of Pony Island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's his game where it's a murder mystery where you're allowed to control 6 characters' bodies, but not their minds. That's what they say. And each character is a different genre. So one character is like the fighter. One character is the RPG. One character is the first-person perspective.
That sounds
That's interesting.
great.
Yeah, it looks like it's his dirty art style.
Yeah,
it looks like a fun romp
Okay.
of very meta things. Which I mean, Pony Island was nothing if not meta.
For sure.
Good fun. Yeah, I'm hoping that sort of comes out same sort of scope as Pony Island because that was a good sort of 2 days that I spent on that.
State of Decay 2, looking forward to that, especially after playing a bunch of Dying Light. I enjoy playing zombies with friends.
And State of Decay, really, it was a really good game that could have done with a bit more expansion.
Yeah.
And this
and could have been
expanding
multiplayer.
more. Yeah.
And now it is.
Yeah. Pretty much. We're getting a second season of Wolf Among Us this year, apparently. Getting Mount Your Friends 3D.
Oh, no.
That's always good. Anything else that jumps out to you, Amy or James?
Not really.
I went through my Kickstarter list.
Oh,
the other
yes,
day,
yes,
so
you're saying,
I have a bunch of Kickstarters which have not been
delivered.
They have not been delivered.
Did you
but
Kickstarter any games in the last year?
No.
I was going to say no, but I think Psychonauts was in last year. It wasn't Kickstarter, though. It was
that was Fig. Yeah.
Still
That's
Kickstarter.
correct.
Yeah. So I went through and had a look at the ones which were still actively being developed, which said they were being released this
How's
year.
Fields of Fresh?
That one is not being actively
We
developed.
better email
So
him
the
he
last
gets back on
update I
us.
had on Fields of Fresh was that the engine is now greenlit on Steam. I guess his console fell through.
That's right. He was going to make his own console. That's amazing.
That
I think
was
we've got a free
$10
conversion of that engine, don't we?
spent. Yeah, I think so. I should just message him saying, "Where's
We should
my
use it in a
Build to
game
Crash?"
That'd be great.
Yeah, so anyway, I had a look at the Kickstarters. So apparently coming out this year is Paradise Lost First Contact. So that one is kind of like a platform where you play a parasite who can kind of go into little corridors and things like that. A bit like if it's The Thing, but you're playing the
That's
Thing.
how I described it before the show. You're stealing my words.
Yeah,
No,
that's
fine.
what it is.
That's the words they used to.
So that I kickstarted in 2013. Okay. N should be coming out this year. A.N.N.E, which is a kind of like side-scrolling shmup. If you could get out of the ship and turn into a Metroidvania.
Yeah, I'd say it's more Metroidvania than Shmuppy. But the seamlessness between being in a ship and flying out to a large landscape and then going inside and getting out.
Yeah,
that's what sold
looks
me
cool.
on back in the day.
So it's also 2013. Was when that one's complete. Mage's Initiation, which is coming from Himalaya Games, who are a studio which did a bunch of old Sierra remakes, like fan remakes.
Oh yeah.
So they did like Quest for Glory 2 and King's Quest 1, and they did.
Oh yeah, I remember playing the demo of this now. Yeah.
So they had their own standalone game they did, which wasn't a remake. I can't remember what it was called, but that was out a while ago. This was a Kickstarter where they were basically doing their take on Quest for Glory. Which I've always a huge fan of. So apparently still in development, getting that this year. That's 2013 as well. Another one is Maya, M-A-I-A, which is from the VVVVV developer. And it's his Dwarf Fortress / Dungeon Keeper / Space Station.
Yep.
So that's on Steam. It's been like playable on Steam for a while, but when I last tried, well, a few years ago now, it was super early and not working. That way, I kickstarted in 2012.
Nice.
Apparently still in development. And finally, one that's still actively developed is Space Venture.
Space Venture.
Which is one of the very early Kickstarters, which is... there was an update video recently, and it's still going. I'm expecting to be not that hot when it comes out.
It'll be very warm.
I was trying to find that other pixel art game that reminded me of Paradise Lost, which is out, but I can't find it. I'm the worst. Yeah. What about Kickstarter? I'm probably not logged on. I probably can't get my Kickstarter.
I feel like Space Venture won't be as good as what the new Tex Murphy game was, where they managed to successfully recapture.
Have you been seeing anything on the Poison Pawn?
A little bit in there. That's the fan one, which has got the support of...
Yeah, it's like, it's a fan-made game, except we've got the full support of the dev team and access to...
Chris Jones.
Yeah, Chris Jones and everything. It's like, so it's more like just a game that you're just not funding.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, this is people that are making this game for free. So, yeah, sure. And I also got like Witchmarsh ?
It's been a little bit on the quiet side.
Yeah, Witchmarsh is a kind of like side-scroller RPG set in kind of the roaring 20s. But that one was picked up by Chucklefish a while ago as a publisher. That's been in development since 2014, and
sure,
yeah, you really enjoyed that.
She enjoys a chuckle. Okay.
Yeah, so they're the apparent Kickstarters I've got coming out this year, with the exception of Witchmarsh.
Nice.
I don't know when that thing will be out.
I am waiting for a translated manga, which was meant to come out October last year, but they haven't been talking to us, which has really annoyed me.
Oh, let's go back to the very beginning.
Oh, you've gone through your Kickstarters,
and see what I still don't have. Okay. Oh God, they haven't actually separated the things that weren't successful. That's a bit. Oh, there we go there.
What do we got?
Okay.
Yes. There's a lot on that list, buddy.
I used to really kickstart a lot of things.
Yeah.
Money.
Okay, those are unsuccessful pledges. Okay. Got them. Universum's still not out, but they're actively working on that. Raise the Dead. That should be coming out quite soon.
Is that Raise as in like you play a zombie? It was like
Yeah. It's sort of like Pikmin with zombies. It's got.
Oh, that's right. You raise up other zombies around you.
Yeah, the art style's a little bit similar to like the Stick It to the Man series, stuff like that. Last time they've been quiet because they've been working with a publisher now. Like they got additional funding. I think they're releasing. They got some deal with Sony, so it'll be on PS4. Been quiet for a while, but as I say, that's because they've been in as far as I know. So that, I mean, I imagine we'll see that this year. Pathologic 2, which is, I mean, like they update that like a shitload. That works Yeah, that'll just be crazy when it comes out. Crossing Souls, that comes out quite soon, I believe. That's sort of an 80s style sort of is it an action adventure? It's like most of these are pixel art because that's me anyway. But yeah, very nostalgia based. I think it's like a sort of Saturday morning cartoon style cinematics in and stuff as well.
Okay.
It's like Stranger Thingsy.
Yeah.
It's probably like that. It's delivered. Happy Hell, which was the one guy making this 3D platformer, which was like before Odyssey and Ukulele and everything hit. And he's still working on it really hard.
Still chipping on away.
And I love it. Like it's not going to match Odyssey or even Hat in Time and everything because it's one guy doing it. But it's things like you play this cat and I suppose it's a little bit Cuphead-ish. It's like you make a deal with the devil or something, I believe. But like when he grabs a ledge, he grabs it with his nose.
Nice.
It's got a weird sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like the other day, he posted this screenshot of like, oh, this is the water level, and he goes, oh, that grey box there with a shark fin, that will be an actual shark. That's just my art asset. I'm like, you're not going to rob us of Box Shark, are you? Box Shark looks great. I'll play a game with Box Shark. Why the fuck not? So that's pretty. And Shenmue 3.
Yeah.
So
Kickstarters. Yeah. I tell you what, I'm impressed by when I was going through the list of old Kickstarters that some of these people, they're still doing it. Like, it's
Nice.
Oh yeah.
like the way Kickstarter works, it's a gamble, right? Like it's if I Kickstarter and they get money, doesn't happen. I'm not surprised. That's part of the deal.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually can extend to some older pledges because underneath that was unsuccessful pledges.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if we can find anything else. Just continue.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if I find anything good.
It's just cool to see them still going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
What's with all these people that delivered?
Yeah, I know. Actually, when I looked through it, I was also impressed by how many were actually delivered.
One game that was cancelled, I gave him $3.
Oh, there's
he worked on it for like 2 years and then said, "I'm sorry, I can't do this." It's fine.
There's a non-digital game that I've got coming called, I think it's called Pars or something. Can't remember the exact title of it, but it's like a party game where it's like someone is a text adventure parser. And you kind of go around, so it's like someone is the engine, and like you go around like basically saying what you do. So it's like this book of things where like you run these party games where you are the parser, and other people are kind of telling you what to do. Sounded really cool.
That sounds really fun.
So I think I'm getting that in about some like mid this year or something like that.
I've got a pretty good hit rate with that. Actually, is the deal that you did worth mentioning? Is it still active as far as you know for that?
Oh, the drop mix deal. Yeah. So right now, if you jump onto Amazon.com, not .au, you can pick up drop mix for ended up being $90 Australian delivered.
Yeah, that's after shipping.
Yeah. So it was like because it's $50 US plus shipping.
Yeah, and drop mix is $200 in Australia
if you get it in Australia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy.
So
it was discounted to $150 on like the sales over Christmas, but that's still an over $50 saving on that.
I was trying to save money, and then I saw that deal, and I'm going to get that because that's $90 is a perfectly reasonable amount of money to pay for that thing.
Speaking of Kickstarter, I'll be getting my Neko anime soon.
Oh, lucky Amy.
More cat porn.
You do like your cat porn.
I do. It's going to be great. It's a limited edition thing. It comes with a little, those film reels you can sometimes get with movies? Like
that's movies were on film reels.
No, I mean like memorial thing. So it's like got 4 pieces from the film.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. So I'm excited for it because kitty cats.
And pornography.
It's not pornography.
It should be. Every once in a while, I'll go to like an antique store or something, and they'll have some old film reels, and they'll be hanging them off something as decoration. I'm like, you know how fucking explosive that stuff is?
Really?
Oh god, yeah. Old film, not new films. They're very different, but old film was it's like a bomb. Like it was many people have died over the years from fires.
Nice.
With film. It's combusts real good. Anyway,
exciting year looking ahead.
It's funny when I was putting together the list, and originally I was saying like, oh, everyone do 10, and I was going to do a numbered top 10 and everything. Part of the problem was, there's nothing I'm specifically super excited for. There's lots of things I'll play, and like my list, I think my overall list was 57 games, like that I just threw together, and that won't be half of what I play. So it's looking to be a really good game, but there's nothing that I'm really just like, I've got to have it.
Do you want to get Anthem?
No. I mean, it'll be fine.
I've got Soul Calibur 6 on my list, which I don't get too excited about. I just haven't played a Soul Calibur in a while.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl.
I was like, oh, yeah,
Why
sure.
not? Yeah, and that was sort of I was looking at some Game of the Year things and everything from last year. Like, you know what? It's just a year of like a lot of like really good games. And okay, I was like, yes, Breath of the Wild is standing out because it's sort of a landmark thing. But then also my general feelings on it is kind of like, yeah, this whole maths was pretty good.
Yeah.
There we go. That 20 is good. This 50 is okay, and that 30 is a bit. That's all right. It'll be a good year. I'll play some video games. And was there anything else? No, we mentioned. Fabulous. Thank you for watching 8.5-bit or listening to. You can catch us on our website, 8.5bit.com, our Twitter and Facebook, and please like and share anything you like on that. Subscribe to us on iTunes, and if you do, please leave us a review because reviews help us share the love.
#FutureBits.
Yeah. I've been your host Paul.
I've been James.
And I've been Amy.
I'll catch all you silly skin tag folks later.
Back at then.
Out from me and the Seafoam boys.
I'm a girl.
Not anymore.
Seafoam doesn't have gender.
Click.